Like, stop it. Okay, are we starting?
Yeah, let's start. Here's how I wanna start on a certain note.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jesus.
Bow. I got some hate from the Grizzlies Nation about this, but I don't care.
I gotta turn it up a little.
That's a pack. Mm-hmm. That's a pack. That's a pack. Larry.
Oh, wow.
Trey has no idea.
Oh, wow.
That's a pack. Had him on straps.
Ooh.
Hey, Luca, what you gonna do now?
Okay, you guys. Please.
That's a pack.
Anytime all NBA, that's a fact. His name is Wardell Stephen Curry. Say the whole thing, not half of it. That's a fact. His name is Wardell. Put some respect on that man's name.
I mean, he's my favorite player, so the respect is already there from me.
Look at Curry, man. So inspirational.
So inspirational. But guys, welcome back to the Relentless Diaries podcast. I'm Zoe because I started.
There we thank you.
Oh, yeah.
She got the intros down.
Thank you.
I'm your main host, Zoe. This is episode 14? 13? Okay, whatever. I'll get that done soon.
Okay.
Episode 13, Relentless Diaries. Here with my two co-hosts. You guys can do your thing now.
It's Goody in the hoodie like A Boogie. I'm back and I'm better like Bryson Tiller. It's your boy Trezor, a.k.a. Poppy Trey, a.k.a. the Toronto Tiller, a.k.a. the president of the Faithful Black Man Association. Don't chase me, chase your dreams. You feel me?
Yeah, of course. You already know what it is. Mr. Flying Jiggy, Clyde Smitty, the podcaster, rapper, actor, make the money come faster. You heard?
Yes, Sirski.
Mm-hmm.
Ew. Anyways, quick, what?
Actually, no. Yeah, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, we're not even done with the sound effects yet.
I'm sorry. Okay.
This is a special occasion.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My bad.
Everybody.
I'd like to propose a toast.
Oh.
I said toast, motherfucker.
To Zoe.
Like Zoe, mama, I go
Relentless.
What up, Zoe?
Relentless.
What up, Zoe?
Relentless.
It's your fucking birthday.
Oh, yay!
It's so
It's a fucking celebration.
We don't get copyright claims.
yeah, let's not get copyrighted.
Except Trey.
Gonna be like, all right, y'all going OD.
There you go. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, it is.
Happy birthday.
It is my birthday. Technically, when this episode releases, it will be my birthday. So, yeah, wish you happy birthday, guys. Thank you. It was a funny story. Before we started recording, I came into the studio and Tristor was like chopping down food in the kitchen, and me being the psycho cancer woman that I am, I was like, "Yo,
Blame
what
it
the?"
on the sign.
I'm gonna blame it on. Actually, I'll blame it on the sign and who my mother is. You don't know my mom, but my mom would do some shit that I just did. But basically, Tresor was eating food in the kitchen, and me being a cancer psycho woman of Nadine, or daughter of Nadine, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why are you eating?
I'm like yesterday. I'm so tired.
What?
Also, the other, I left the logic session. Keep going.
Okay,
You're
anyways.
good now.
Me being psycho, I was like, yo, why the fuck are you eating and you didn't offer man's food? And so I was like, what are you talking about?
2 steps into the studio, like hasn't said hi to people.
And also, mind you, it was a small jerk chicken. What am I gonna offer? It's one leg.
not a shareable portion.
That's not
My
a shareable
thing
portion.
I was like, okay, like, nigga, if you're eating, like, you know, you should bring food for men's because we're all friends and we all do this every 2 weeks and you should be having food. And they were like, Clyde was like, Zoe, shut the fuck up and go sit down. And I was like, no, bitch, why is Tresor eating and I'm here and no one has food? Like, no one's eating. And he's like, go sit in your seat. And I went to my little podcast seat and there was a cute little setup of like oxtail and a bottle of rum and some weed for myself. So thank you, friends, for my cute little birthday
Of
gift.
course. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just attaching my name to that, but it was all him.
Of course it was. I know it's all him, but
But it's from us.
No, it is from us.
You know
It's
those
from
ones?
us. It's from us. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a group gift.
I'll be polite, I'll be polite and include you, even though I know
It's
it
a
was
group
100%.
gift.
Sure, I'll get
Clyde.
your Christmas gift. You know.
Oh,
Where was
okay.
my birthday gift?
You weren't here
Hadn't
for
seen
your
the
birthday.
contract.
Every day, where's mine? Everything.
Yes, equality.
Every day you want
Equality.
to turn.
I want equality. That's
You
all.
want to turn the arrow to yourself every fucking day.
I
Every
just want
day it could
equality.
be about
Oh, I'm
Clyde.
getting a
What about
FaceTime.
me? Who's
Hold on.
FaceTiming
Let's
you?
answer this live on air. It's my homegirl from LA.
Oh.
Yo,
What's up, Miss Ice Cream Man?
Oh.
what up,
Oh,
blood?
damn, that's how they greet you, sir.
Doing good.
I'm currently filming the podcast. So you are live on the air.
Hey, from LA.
All right, goodbye. Okay, goodbye.
I'm dead.
Just so I answered the phone. She said, "This is the ice cream man."
Ice cream man. Cuz, what's up, cuz? The ice cream
That's
man.
my
What up,
geyser,
cuz?
bro. Shout out to Dahani. She's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. That's the girl that I be posting like with no waistline.
Oh, yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
holy
Is she coming for
smokes.
Caravana this year? Because we got to get her a little
Fix
Yeah.
up.
a little
gotta teach her
pre-warm
something.
up. But yeah, we got a long topic list today. I don't know where y'all want to start. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. A lot will happen. I'm going to Jamaica for my birthday. So
We know.
yes, we're going to follow up on the girls
We
trip
know very well.
conversation to let you know if we were sucking dicks in the pool.
Wait,
Tresor.
wait.
We'll let you know if we will be sucking dicks in the pool when we
No,
get back.
you won't though. If you
Yeah, that's
are,
what I'm saying.
I have no
We would never
I-
admit that.
I have no issue letting y'all know what I was doing on the girls trip.
They would never admit that. You know girls' stories where all of their friends were being hoes, but they were chilling?
Yeah.
That's not true. But regardless, anyways, long topic list today. Where do you guys want to start? I don't know. You should roll the dice with this one because there's a lot.
I guess we could start with the Drake lyrics.
Okay, you want to start with Drake lyrics? Okay. Before we even get into that, funny thing, if you guys don't know, the Backstreet Boys just had a show in Toronto. Was it last night?
Yeah.
Or maybe
You're
last
asking
night.
me?
Anyways, whatever. They just had a show. I think it was last night, that show in Toronto. And Drake apparently went on stage and sang.
Did what?
He sang "I Want It That Way." Is that the title? Yeah, "I Want It That Way." You know, I want.
Is there footage of this?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
like Drake
yeah.
posted
Yeah,
it. Like
you
it's
need to
all
go
over the
check.
news. Like Drake posted it.
How did I miss this?
I don't know. But point is, funny story. So I just finished getting my nails done, right? I'm getting my nails done. I get a call from my mom. My mom calls me. First thing she says is, "What is wrong with your friend?" I was like, in my head, I'm like, whoa, like my friend. I'm like, who the fuck? I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, what happened? Like, what happened? She's like, why would Drake? And I said, okay. First of all, why do you think me and Drake are friends?
Because you guys are buddy up at the OVO mansion every weekend.
Okay, don't say that.
Like
And-
there are friends I've had. I haven't been to their house 4 times. You know.
okay,
Like,
first of all,
Word.
I've actually never had a conversation with him. Yes, I've been in his vicinity, but we've never spoken. We've exchanged glances. That's about it. Point is, she calls me and she's like, why would Drake crash the Backstreet Boys stage? Crash the Backstreet Boys stage. I was like, well, I don't think he crashed. I'm pretty sure it was probably set up. He had a mic. So I'm pretty sure they knew he was coming on. She's like, who does he think he is coming on stage with the Backstreet Boys? I'm like, why are you so upset that Drake came on stage with the Backstreet Boys? And a lot of people were mad. I don't know why people thought he was like, I don't know, taking away from the moment. I think people always expect, as a viewer, when there's a show in Toronto, I feel like there's a part of you that's like, I hope
Yeah.
Drake comes out, no matter, it could be fucking Aerosmith on stage in Toronto. Someone is going to be like, I really hope Drake comes out tonight. So I was talking, like, I'm listening, like, he's basically the king of Toronto. Like, people who go see shows in Toronto have this, like, inkling in the back of their head, like, you think Drake's going to come out? So I'm like, he's literally just, like, fulfilling these dreams. And I'm sure people were not complaining when he came out.
I seen a tweet that said it's like Drake is completing side missions now. Like he's done the whole campaign mission story mode, and now he's
Yeah.
just kind of like
He's just having fun. Let the man have his fun.
Well, I saw you
Allow
tweet
him.
recently that Honestly Nevermind has, like, officially grown on you.
It grew on me. Yeah,
Okay.
I like it now.
Okay, you like it now.
I like it now. I didn't like it at first.
The
I like
thing
it now.
is, I never disliked it because I was in Italy when it dropped, and I just remember, like, because fuck, the time difference is so crazy. I just remember waking up and like, oh, I'm like, oh fuck, Drake's album dropped, and just like listening to like the second song, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? And I wasn't mad. I was just like, what the fuck is this? And then I hit the next song, same vibe. I was like, what? Next song, same vibe. I was like, what? And then it was like honestly, never mind. Dance 2020. I'm like, it's a dance album? And I was like, okay, let me take this in with a clear mind. Let me be receptive to whatever vibe he's giving. And I really did enjoy the album. I'm going to say that from jump. But regardless.
Y'all hit a day party or two and then heard it. Like,
oh, yeah. Like, and even like hearing.
If you hear it in different
If you hear it in different settings, it definitely grows on you.
Even in the car.
That's what made it grow on me.
Yeah, definitely. But I saw a tweet recently, which I sent to you guys because I was fucking dying. And it was like, what do you think is Drake's like pettiest bar? Right? And I put this in our little group chat. For me, it was the one about Turks and Caicos from Desires. And the one in Jimmy Cooks when he talks about having you courtside and not the middle row. Those to me are two fucking, let me read them word for word. Yeah. Because those two bars, I feel like if you are a woman who has had any type of relationship with Drake, you have to be so mentally strong to be prepared for a bar to be dropped about you if you pissed him off. Because I'm the type to be like, nigga, why would you say that? Like, I would be on this phone. If I knew that bar was about me, I'd be like, nigga, why would you say that? Like, why are you mad that I'm in Turks again?
You couldn't date a rapper then.
I could never. Because the bar that he says in Desires was, I see you back in Turks. Remember who took you there first and don't you forget it. Got you a whip. Then you got back on your shit. I had to tell Eric, go get it.
That's kind of fire though. Like,
no, it's a fire bar, but it's like, why would you say that?
Yeah.
Because I would hope that probably happened.
It definitely happened.
So it's like, yo, you really sent your friend to go get the car.
Go get that car back from her. Go get it. For me, my Drake petty bar realm is when he's talking about hotels that we're not allowed to stay at anymore as regular people. There's a few. There was he said in what was the song?
Trophies.
The Intercontinental.
In Trophies, he flat out said, I do not stay at the Intercontinental. On the other one, he said, what was it? I put it in our group.
Y'all stay at the Sheridan. All that shit is embarrassing.
Yeah, it was that. But
you can't trouble me from the double tree.
You can't trouble me from the double tree. Step your sweets up. That's what made it even worse. He said, step your sweets up. What's wrong with the double tree? Why can't I stay there?
Yo, the thing is, I don't think we realize how much
she's rich.
Rich people have an effect on our securities. Because I'm not going to hold you. Since that Sheridan line dropped, I've never stayed at the Sheridan ever again. I was like, all that shit is embarrassing. I cannot stay at the Sheridan. I can't.
It's like a big part of like Drake's brand though, is kind of saying
Rich
these
flexing.
things that are so like, to me, what encapsulates Drake's like braggadocio sort of like, holy shit, I can't even wrap my head around that, is when he's like, when he says shit like, I need a walkie-talkie to get a beverage.
Yeah.
That, like, I can't even fathom what that would entail, where you would actually need a walkie-talkie to get a drink. Like, I don't get that.
Like the front of the plane, it's all business.
That's
but I
fine.
haven't flown with you boys in a minute. He's not even on the plane.
He like puts you up and then shits on you right after. Yeah,
first class is nice, but I have my own plane, so you guys can stay in your first class peasantry. That's crazy.
The hotel one is kind of crazy because that actually, like, I was someone who felt offended and actually changed their lifestyle to not stay at the Sheridan. I was like, damn, it's really embarrassing to stay at the Sheridan. I'm not staying there no more.
Your ex-roommate got a condo that's downtown, but she got no furniture in the crib. I've been there.
Yo, what song does he say
crazy.
that? I've never say that.
Which bar is that? Where are you reading?
Yeah.
Both of them. He dissed both of them. Bro, what song was that? Let me search it up because I remember this.
Well, in Jimmy Cooks, I don't know which shooting guard he is talking about.
Oh, I know. I can't say it on air though.
You know what shooting guard
I
he's
know
talking
this.
about?
I know the actual story.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he said it in Wasting Time. That's where he said it.
Okay, but in Jimmy Cooks, he says, heard you're with a shooting guard, just let a nigga know. I could have you courtside and not the middle row.
And you know what's crazy? This said shooting guard. I literally saw him last night. I hailed him.
Holy shit.
I saw him. I should have asked him about it.
My thing is, if I'm the shooting guard, I'm sick because, yo, first of all, how you gonna tell me that you're gonna have my bitch in a better spot than me? I'm the fucking shooting guard in the game. How you gonna tell me you're gonna put my bitch in a better spot than I can put my bitch in? And if I'm the girl, I'm like, well, fuck, nigga. Yeah, I'm really in the fucking middle row when I'm fucking the shooting guard when I actually should be courtside.
nasty work.
It's crazy.
Two birds with one stone. That's what I'm saying. If you are a
a good
woman
Drake song.
who deals with Drake, I feel like you have to be mentally strong.
Bro, the man said, I see you back in Turks. Remember who took you there first and don't forget it.
Exactly. Got you a whip, then you got back on your shit. I had to tell Eric, go get it.
That's ridiculous.
Imagine
That
Drake's
is
friend
actually
coming to your home. Yo, bring the car outside. Give me the keys, bring the car
come
outside,
on,
roll
come on.
it back.
Yeah.
Are you fucking crazy? I would be like, why would you do that? And why would you put it in a song?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if people don't know it's about me. Oh my God.
One of the really petty things I think is just the entire outro of Diamonds Dancing.
Yeah. What
Is
he's
just
cussing.
Like, he says shit like
Ungrateful.
you look
How could
drained,
you
you look
live with
exhausted.
yourself?
Like says your mother would be ashamed.
Mom
of
would
you.
be ashamed of you.
Like that's my bag. Yo, I love
Ungrateful.
that shit.
How could you live with
How
yourself?
can you live with yourself?
Drake loves to tell you about yourself, bro. It's like the girl. Remember the girl that said that she like gave head to the whole like Suns team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wasn't that Selena Powell girl?
Selena Powell.
No, her friend. It was
Oh,
her
God.
friend.
Okay.
She said how Drake told Adam 22 that she's dark and disturbing. If someone calls you dark and disturbing that's never even met you,
It's so poetic, eh?
yeah, like yo,
She's a dark
you are
individual.
dark and disturbing.
Darker tides bestowing upon me when I'm in
I
your
just feel
presence.
like
He's a genius. I can't even lie.
No.
Yeah, the way that he puts words together.
100%. But he's like petty king. That's what I'm saying. Like, women who deal with him on like an actual personal level have to be strong. Because it's
Yeah.
like, yo, if a bar's about you.
And he'll name drop you. I still want to know what happened to Courtney on Hooters from Peachtree. Courtney
from Hooters on Peachtree.
Yeah. She was the piece to complete him. But she's married now. I think and then they found, I remember when that dropped, and then they found her Instagram.
But didn't she do a club appearance saying, oh, I'm
Yeah,
Courtney
she-
from
she
Hooters on
rode the
Peachtree?
wave.
I'm pretty sure she rode the wave.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, whatever happened to that girl that Drake followed after the guy was like talking shit about him? Remember he followed the man's wife? And they
Oh,
started
I think
doing-
that died down.
They started doing club hostings?
I think that died down, as it should have.
I
Because it's
hope
like,
so.
The impersonator?
No,
remember when, like-
No, I'm not talking about Izzy Drake.
Oh my god.
I'm talking about, remember when Drake followed that guy's wife?
Oh yeah.
because it looked like she needed some excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember like more of that context, but I remember when that
He
happened.
was like
and
just
thinking-
talking crazy in the comments, and the man's like, yo, I just followed your wife.
I also think this is something about Drake that makes him, like, I guess to other rappers, like a little scary. Like when you get into like a conflict or beef with like another rapper, it's like, oh, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna pull up on your set. With Drake, it's kind of like, I'm gonna fuck your girl
Mind
and make a
games.
song about it, you know?
plays
And
mind
everyone's gonna
games.
say it in the club, and it's gonna, that's scarier than a nigga coming to shoot you in certain
Or
respects.
also,
That's scarier
It's
than
not
a nigga
scarier,
coming to take
but
your
it's
life.
more, it's harder
But it
to
is
deal
more
with.
mentally draining. I
Yeah,
do
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
But the thing is,
Like
also,
Kanye going nuts listening
Yeah.
to Scorpion and stuff, you know? I think about that. It's like, that is
Yo,
kind of
wifey.
like,
he
psychological
might,
warfare.
but then also, I think what's even worse is if like he has a bar and he's kind of trying to imply something, but you don't even know if it's true. Because now you're like, damn, did Drake sleep with my girl? He could have never met your girl in his life. But he's going to make you think that he might have done it.
Just the idea of it is enough to make it.
Exactly.
I
And do you
think-
think your girl is
Your
going to
wife,
tell you the
your
truth?
wife, your wife.
Literally, I think Drake is the king of mental warfare in rap.
Yeah.
There's
definitely.
nothing between it. He is the king of mental warfare in rap, and I think that if you're on his side, you are quite blessed. And if you're a woman who's ended on good terms, you are also blessed,
Yeah.
because a lot of these women who date these rappers and athletes and whatever, always end up putting their foot in their mouth in some way, shape, or form, or literally 9 times out of 10 end up embarrassing themselves. Look at what's the one with the Carmelo Anthony?
Yasmin.
That just happened. Whoever
Yasmin.
she is, the Instagram girl.
Yasmin.
This goes into so many things because it's like, okay, fine. We know basketball players cheat, right? That's like 9 times out of 10, they're cheat. They do their thing, whatever, right? That's just a part of the game. Charge it. So, but as the woman, the cheatee, the woman that you are, that I guess you are being cheated with, the side, whatever you are, as a woman who is the side, okay, just expose the waves. Sorry, my bad. Sorry, guys. Clyde just
Whoa.
exposed
Huh? Oh,
his
my
waves
bad.
and tried to
I got
act
the
like it
line,
was
though, in my head,
all
though. It's gonna be
regular.
awful.
Just threw everybody off guard. Sorry.
Get your life
You know,
jackets ready.
also, side note, I really don't think it's fair like for light skins
Oh my
to
God.
Fucking God.
to like flaunt their waves. Like you didn't have to work for it at all. Your
He
hair
did. He
is
had to
curly.
brush.
All he did was brush it down and put on a do-rag. You didn't have to put in work to get your waves.
How much work do you
bro.
put in to get your?
Way more.
No, I don't know about that.
As a fully black man with like,
Like
coarser
coarser
hair.
But that coarse like adds like to the texture of like when you're actually trying to brush and like you do a do-rag and everything. I think it makes it easier in that sense. Because my hair can be
But,
a little like confused sometimes. It's very thin,
Clyde's hair
It's
looks
very-
like it's low-key straight.
Yeah, like it's very, very
Like he looks
thin.
low-key Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I know black, I Dominican.
That was how you met me.
When?
The very, 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 very first time I met you, Zoe, you guys said I looked Dominican.
Oh, maybe.
And then you said I looked like Habibi too. So
Habibi.
Did you guys see Puerto Rican Usher? I mean Dominican
Yes,
Usher?
I did watch it. You're stupid for sharing
That
it.
was funny.
that's funny.
Anyway, sorry. Back to what we were saying.
Yeah, sorry.
With the Carmelo
Yasmin.
Anthony and whatever Yasmin, so many things are wrong. Because, like, first of all, as a woman who, willingly
But is
has
she like
relations-
is Mello still with Shorty? What's her name?
Lala? I think they're like either in the process of divorce or already divorced. I don't know which one, but they're not currently together. But whenever I don't know when this took place, but either way, I'm assuming it must have been while he was still married, right? So
No, not necessarily. It could have been recent.
you think so?
It could
But
have been.
wasn't it? She said it was an old story though. So it's like I feel like wasn't it from like Valentine's Day or something like that?
Yeah, she said Valentine's Day. What if it was this last Valentine's Day? Like
I
2021.
guess. I don't know. But the thing is, it's like there's a lot of women, who willingly sleep with or have relations with married men, right? And
Or
it's like,
athletes and celebrities.
What do you
'Cause that's
mean?
what this is. This situation is a very athlete and celebrity specific situation, I think.
yeah, and also marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, so as a woman, what is the goal in being vocal about having relations with a man who is married and a public figure? Like, why would you want that to be known? And what is your goal with like going on Instagram Live or answering these questions where you're like, oh yeah, he was my man, knowing this man has like a wife and a child at home or a wife and kids at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I don't get why women are so, or not all women, majority of women who are in those situations are so quick to like make it public that they're fucking with a man. And I even saw a clip recently where a woman was saying like, oh, I don't care to fuck a married man because I don't care if he's toxic to him or to his wife and his kids. It has nothing to do with me. I feel like it has everything to fucking do with you. You are the toxicity in that situation. If you are willingly sleeping or having relations with a married man, who has a family, you are literally the toxicity adding to that. So how are you saying it's none of your business if he wants to be toxic? Bitch, you are the toxic Britney Spears. So what the fuck are you saying? I don't get it. I don't understand how women or some women are just so act like it's no big deal to like fuck with married men. Don't look at him, nigga.
Any thoughts?
Like I agree with you. I think it's crazy, but I also think like I feel like this is something you or other women would have more insight towards, but like I think the proximity to someone with a higher social status is obviously more alluring. So I think it's when a dude does have that, a high social status or something like that, he's a high profile individual, it's easier to overlook from a woman's perspective that he's married. I'm hype. Like I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm not a woman. I haven't been in that circumstance.
He's married, but he treats me good and takes care of me and pays all my bills. I guess that's it. That's it. Open and close case, Johnson.
But it doesn't make sense to me because it's like, okay, when it comes to like entourages and, women who are in these situations, I always think of, okay, what do you have for yourself at the end of the day? What do you have for yourself in the next 10 years? If this person was not around, what the fuck would you be doing?
Nothing. This is a very short-sighted generation. People want stuff now. They don't care about what's happening. That's why everyone's running these scams, locking off your accounts, can't get a debit card, can't get a house because you have no credit because you want some Amiri jeans. Like, people don't think about the future. They just think about now.
I'm a very like future driven person. Like I'm like, okay, if I do this now, what am I going to be like in 5 years? If I take this job now, how am I going to make double this in 5 years? You know what I mean? So it's like, for like example, I met a guy recently and we went to the club, right? It was like a group of us. Went to the club. He was like, oh, I have 2 girls, like, you know, coming, like, do they need a comp or whatever. And I'm like, oh, like, you know, girls from here? He's like, oh, nah, you know, I just flew them here. And I'm like, oh, okay, you know, like what do you, like, is it your girlfriend? He was like, oh no, like, you know, they're just like my women. And I was like, what do you mean by your women? And
Just
he
a
was
couple
like,
Scalitis, you know, a couple Yankees from across the pond.
across the pond, fuck off. But he was like, you know, he's like, yeah, he's like, you know, I fly them wherever I am. I fly them here and I fly them there and they come with me. And I was like, okay, so what? I'm like, do you give them money? He was like, no, but you know, I buy them food, I pay for their flights, I put them up. And I'm like, okay, so what do they do for money? He goes, I don't know. They just go where I go and they do what I tell them to do. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
That's called 2022. That's what it's called.
No, but like
that's
it's
called
not
Instagram.
Not even though. Like I feel
It's
like
called
it's been
Instagram?
happening.
That's called Instagram. Why do you think these girls are in Turks and Caicos once a month? First of all, who is taking care of the children when you guys are in Turks and Caicos every month?
What children?
Because all of them have kids. They be posting it all the time.
Oh, I don't know
Who's taking care of the baby when you are in Turks and Caicos once a month? Give grandma a break, bro. Why are you're in Jamaica, you're in Turks, you're in Aruba, you're on a PJ, you're on a yacht, shaking ass in a thong in Dubai.
I think men need to stop that also, because I've had men when I got back from Italy, I had like 3 men ask me like, oh, so like which nigga's been like flying you out all these places? And I'm like, that's a very offensive question, because like literally no one.
But don't you see why they would think that though?
But they're like, oh, well, you have to understand, because I got offended. I'm like, bro, that's kind of offensive. Like, first of all, I'm not broke. I've been liking to travel, so whenever I can afford to travel, I will do so. But it's like, that question can be offensive, because like to me, it's like, you think that I'm out here just popping pussy and getting flown across the world. That's not me. But they're like, oh, well, look at it from our perspective. You're an attractive woman and you're out and about in these different countries and cities, and you're obviously not living cheap and you're buying expensive things. I'm like, yo, because I make money.
See, but I don't even think it's just that. I think it's the way that the posts are posted. And this is how we talked about it last time. It's like the way you post in a am I with someone, am I not type of way. You're not like, hey, I'm in Italy with my uncle. Here's him and here's me. You're just posting like a wine glass on a table.
Yeah.
So of course we were going to think you're with man.
You're leaving a lot to be discovered.
Because usually, not all the time, but usually.
What if I was by myself?
Yeah, that's possible as well. But usually, when girls are on like vacations or whatnot with their homegirls or whatever, you're seeing them all the time. You're seeing all the homegirls in every situation. So I guess people just assume when you don't see anyone else that you're with a man. That's not always the case, but that's just, I know I assume that a lot.
Got it. Okay.
It's a fair assumption.
Yeah. But like back to what I was saying is these women who are just kind of like the ducklings.
On a Taz Angels thing.
Yeah, for these rich men.
Vibes.
Well, weren't they prostitutes?
I heard. I didn't know.
Yeah, for the women who are like, you know, these ducklings for these men, and just, oh, well, he's gonna be here, so I'm gonna fly here. He's gonna be here, he's gonna fly me there. It's like I said, what do you see yourself doing in 10 years? What is the goal for yourself? What is the goal for your bank account? How do you plan to, I don't know, just like
By having a baby by an athlete. That's their plan.
Got it. Okay.
That's their plan.
But then there are also like, there's also women who do this, right? And it's like their line of work where they are sex workers and stuff. And it's,
right.
I guess, I've heard it described in the sense where it's like, okay, sometimes women think of themselves, they have like a prime where they're as physically, you know, appealing as they'll ever be. And they feel like while they're in that period of their life, it's like, hey, why not make as much money selling box or, you know, being a dancer or something like that, and then you know you make enough money to pay for a house or
if you were a girl, do you think
education?
If you were a girl, you think you'd be a sex worker?
No.
Or like have an OnlyFans or something?
Maybe an OnlyFans. But then I guess that makes me does that make me a sex worker then?
Technically.
It depends on if you are like sexually selling content on OnlyFans. If that makes you a sex worker, you are making money off of sex.
Yeah, technically speaking.
And your
yeah.
sex appeal. So it technically kind of does fall under. There's various work, like there's escorts can be sex workers. You can have strippers. Strippers don't have to have sex, but they're still sex workers because they're selling sex, right? They're selling the nudity. They're selling the dream. They're selling the fantasy. It's still considered like sex work.
I'm saying
you
some
could be
of
a
them,
call, like the phone girls who like, ooh yeah, like rub your dick, daddy, on the phone. That's kind of sex work as well. You're
Definitely.
Some of them do have a plan, though. I'm saying, like, some of them do it for 5 years, and then they go buy a house after or something, or they pay off their student loans or something. So I do think there's, like, you know.
But if this man is telling me he's not paying them,
yeah, that's
he's just funding
They're just
their
there
life,
for vibes.
right?
Yeah.
They just want the enjoyment, vibes, travel around the world.
That seems unhealthy.
That's it.
I think to me, that's fucking insane. I could never do that.
Some girls want that life. They just want the Instagram life. They want to be Jada Waiter.
And it's also like a man could never do that.
I feel like Jada Waiter does more than that.
Yeah, but they want to be her.
Oh, got it. Okay. What'd you say?
A man could never like have a lifestyle like that. Like
Yeah,
a man
it doesn't
could never
happen.
have his whole life paid for and livelihood
Exactly.
taken care of for being attractive.
I heard someone say this, and I thought it was actually hilarious. Men could not eat coochie their way to the top like a woman could potentially suck dick to the top. You know? Like you can have a lifestyle.
See, he didn't get a gunshot either. Like, that was okay. Good, so.
Once again, those are not my words. I just heard it and I thought it was interesting because I was like, that's kind of true. Because there are girls, like you said, that like don't really do nothing. Y'all are just here for, you know, the after hours activities.
Yep.
Right.
And people will pay for your life. You might have a sugar daddy giving you money and everything. We can't do that. I can't just, oh yeah, that's the girl that's gonna like someone could be like, oh yeah, that girl, she's gonna run the whole squad.
But
there
do
will
you
never be a
think-
situation where it's like, oh yeah, that guy, he's just gonna eat all of our boxes. And I'm giving him
There are
money.
male escorts though that fuck old women and shit. Like
It's not the same.
But don't we think that patriarchy plays a big factor in that, and also the fact that there's more rich men in the world than there are rich? Do you think that if there was more rich women in the world, women would be more like, oh, let
I
me,
don't
you know,
think so.
fly this thing
No.
around, or let me bring
You don't
this
think
thing
so?
out to eat our
No.
coochies? No, you don't think so?
I don't think so. Even if there was more rich women in the world, the way that like society has conditioned everyone, y'all still wouldn't want to do it because you don't want to be called like hoes.
I feel like, okay,
I think
fair.
so.
if you
But
were,
am I being the hoe or are you being the hoe? Because you're the one eating all our boxes.
Yeah, but like you guys, I feel like women are just more naturally, like just more selective, quote unquote.
They can
like y'all
be sometimes.
don't mess with as much people as guys potentially mess with as much women. So even in that scenario, I don't really see that happening because even the rich women, look at the entertainers or whoever. Like you said, Drake could be in a club, Chris Brown could be in a club or whatever and be like, yo, that girl, she's fire. Tell them to come back to the hotel. There's never, ever been a scenario ever where Rihanna or Beyonce or someone is like, yo, that guy in the crowd, he's fine. Tell him to come back to the
you
hotel.
never heard Remy Ma tell about her groupie stories? She'd make grown like straight dudes kiss each other and shit in order to like.
First of all, if Remy Ma is the one that's making you kiss another man, what are you gonna do for Beyonce?
Okay.
For real though, like,
Okay.
if Remy can get you to do that,
Okay. Everyone calm down. Let's bring it back.
I don't even want to know what Rihanna can get you to do. That is insane.
Relentless.
Yeah,
What is like? Nah, but for real, like,
Someone
What
please
would
give me
you-
tissue.
what?
My eyes are burning, please. Okay.
Imagine the things that Beyonce could get you to do
Okay.
if you're doing that for Remy Ma.
Okay.
They're sick,
That's
nasty niggas.
crazy.
Tresor.
I mean, we need to stop recording.
Huh? It stopped recording?
No, I'm saying we might have to stop. Oh my god.
Okay.
Holy shit.
I'm just saying, y'all.
Yo.
I know sometimes like but I never understood that because I've heard stories of that where a girl is like, "Oh, I'll sleep with you if you kiss him," and they're like, "Bro, like just kiss me. I want to slap." Bro, that's insane.
Yeah, it is. I can't
Have some
relate.
self-respect.
Yeah. For
That's the
Remy
problem.
Ma,
People
too.
have no self-respect anymore.
I'm trying to dry. I'm still trying to dry my eyes because
Remy Ma is making you kiss another man, and you're straight. Are you sure you're straight though? Like, if Remy Ma could get you to kiss a man,
A little, you know.
maybe he swings both sides,
it would have to.
and that's bringing it out. You know what I'm saying?
It would have to be.
Okay.
Because what is she
Remy
gonna?
Ma is gonna turn you out, eh? Like, that's
What is she gonna
crazy.
say? Yo, go kiss him.
Okay.
Don't then you dissing. What did she say about Nicki?
I don't know.
Because her ass popped, you got the ass shots.
Oh, to the breezy, M to the Izzo.
Okay.
We just walk
Now that
around
I-
the metal detectors.
Sorry. I really have to dry my eyes because y'all got me fucked up in here. But the point is,
That was
I don't even
fire
know
shit.
how we ended up there. Stop looking at me and laughing. I don't know how. Okay, no, seriously, guys. Reel it in. Everybody
Beyonce
reel
will
it
make
in.
it. No, I'm not gonna get
Everybody
canceled.
reel it in.
I had a banger, but they're gonna cancel me. I'm not
Everyone
gonna say
reel it in, okay? Point is, I think patriarchy plays a big thing in the fact that women can't do that in reverse.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
can't, you know, because it's like you meant, they might get labeled as a hoe. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. So
But wait, I think we stumbled on something. Going off of that Remy Ma craziness, what is the wildest thing that like a girl has got you to do, whether willingly or unwillingly? And now you look back on it, you're like, yo, that was insane. Because I have one.
Eating ass is pretty, you know.
I wasn't referring
pretty
to that.
standard to me, but okay.
Okay.
What's yours, Tresor?
Yeah, you start. Hold on. Let me.
When I was younger, by the way,
If you kissed another
I was
man,
in
this
grade
would
12.
be
No, I
hilarious.
did not kiss another guy.
Because this would be a full circle fucking moment. If we had the end of the episode right there. In grade 6, I kissed the boy, and I'm like, all right, so just end it. Because that's what you did. Anyways,
No.
go ahead.
In grade 12, you know when those people come to your school, like the hospital people and whatever, like different agencies, like the Red Cross or the
I think
First
so. Yeah.
Aid, whatever. I signed up to donate bone marrow because the shorty that was like doing the sign-ups was so fire. And I was just talking to her and we were vibing. And I was like, yo, but I didn't like sign up to donate. It's like they like put you on a list. And if you like match somebody, then, you know.
So
So
you know
I
how
signed
painful
up.
it is?
But I didn't know. I was a kid. I didn't even know what and then I was at home chilling one day. They called my house, right? They called my house. My mom answers the phone. They were like, I think they were just trying to get more information on me or something. And my mom was like, did you sign up to donate bone marrow? And I was like, yeah. My mom's like, yeah, take him off the list right now.
Oh my God.
Thanks. And then my mom's like, do you even know what that means? I'm like, nah, not really. What? She's like, first of all, do you even know how painful that procedure would
Yeah.
be?
Yeah, that's.
I was like, bro, I don't even know what bone marrow is. Like, well, I don't know.
I was trying to get some play.
I was just trying to
trying to get
impress
some
this nice young lady. But then, now looking back on it, that's insane.
That is insane.
Yeah, donating bone marrow is not a joke. Like, it's actually really, really, I'm pretty sure they go through your spine, no? It's like a really painful procedure.
Yeah.
I see what you mean now about the question, and like I don't know if I've ever like I listened to a Post Malone album once, like
Okay,
you know,
nigga.
through and through to you know
Post has a couple bops.
he does. Back
Whole
in the day.
He
album?
did back in the day. I've never listened to a full Post
I
Malone.
watched an anime once, you know.
Don't sleep. Some of the anime shorties.
They are fire. They are fire.
I don't think I've done anything like super crazy to like get a man, other than like buy him shit. I don't think it was like,
You be tricking.
yeah, I used to trick him. I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't know. You don't give me trick vibes.
Yeah.
Not, I wouldn't say like trick, like buy him like crazy shit, but you know, I bought a couple 2K games.
Oh, that ain't. Oh yeah, that's cool.
You pay for his haircuts.
That's a little standard.
Now I've paid for like my actual man's haircuts, not like niggas that I was like messing with.
Do you go to the barbershop with him, or you just?
I've been to the
him-
barbershop with niggas a few times. Yeah,
And what's that experience like?
I just sit there, talk to the guys, key.
Did they didn't say nothing when you walked in?
I mean, obviously
That's a
they
bad
do.
sign.
Yeah, they like oh, like who she with?
That's a
Oh,
bad
blah,
sign
who
if they
has
don't
this?
say anything.
Yeah. If you're with your girl and you guys go into the barbershop and
Yeah.
none of the barbers make any remarks at
They
all.
definitely, yeah. But I say I key with them. Like, you know, I have banter, so
It could also mean that they just like they
Nah.
have a lot to say that they don't want to say.
I've definitely been like, you know, in the mix with a few barbers.
I've
but
heard
I
a
mean,
lot of women say that it can be a traumatizing experience.
I don't
too.
think, but the thing is, like with me, it's like with men, like I just don't think of men like serious So like when they do the whole like, you know, like wolves trying to attack the prey type shit, I'm like, come on, nigga, like niggas aren't serious. You know what I'm saying? I just like, it's like, he has a key moment. It is what it is. But yeah, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't consider that chicken. I would just a little sprinkle, just a little.
That's wild.
10-piece
All right,
form.
what's next on the docket? Because this is getting out of hand.
What's getting out? You brought it out of hand. You are the one that brought it out of hand with your psychotic comment.
I'm just stating the facts.
Your psychotic comment about
Facts
Remy
that
Ma.
need to be stated.
Anyways,
And there's nothing wrong with Remy Ma. She's a beautiful lady.
Is
but
she?
I'm just
Because you
saying,
made it seem like the ugly of uglies.
no.
To be able to kiss a
I'm
man.
just saying, like,
What are you gonna do for Beyonce?
Yeah, like-
that might be the episode title.
Literally, what are you gonna do for Beyonce?
like if Remy could get you to do that, what are you doing for B? Like, it's like,
You gonna
who
break your
else?
soul for-
That's like,
Oh Jesus!
what's another
It's okay, Tristan, we
woman in the rap
It's
industry?
just we get it. We
Just like a
understand.
random rapper.
Cardi
Sweetie.
B,
No, someone that's like not really
No name.
out there like that.
Foxy Brown, not really out there anymore.
Who?
Foxy Brown,
Nah, I mean someone like current. Is there like a woman that raps?
Lakia.
Lakia
She's
is
good, but she's a
kinda-
low key.
Yeah.
Or like enchanting.
Nah, it doesn't. Never mind. What I was gonna say doesn't make sense anymore.
All right. Anyways, that comment was wild. To say the
I'm just thinking of like Remy Ma pre-jail, like when she was wearing like fitted caps and Timberlands and stuff.
Getting grown men to kiss each other.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's crazy.
There's nothing wrong with grown men kissing each other, but if you are, maybe they weren't straight.
To impress
I
a
feel like
celebrity,
if
it's
you
kinda
are,
fucked
because
up.
to me, like I personally, if we do it in reverse, I'm not kissing a girl because fucking Drake says so. Like I'm not doing
Bare
that.
girls do that.
I know a lot of girls who do, but me personally, like I don't like women like sexually. Like I am straight. I've kissed girls in the past, like, you know, just like, oh, whatever. But like if a man's like, oh, like you two make out right now, I'm not doing that. Like nigga, shut up. No, ew. Ew, I'm not doing that. Yeah. So I'd understand if like
So what if your
Remy Ma-
man? So what if your man said that?
my man said kiss her right now?
No, he's like, oh yeah, I'm straight. Like I've kissed men in the past, just on a little, but
This is a topic I've wanted to do for a
This was an insecure.
actually no,
Yes,
like
no,
actually
I-
no.
This
Let's
was an
actually,
insecure.
let's not get into
Bisexual
this.
men or
Let's
no? Yes or
let's
no?
not get into no. I'm
so
saving us.
amped.
I'm saving us. No, cut the recording. I'm saving us. I am saving us. This is gonna go down a deep, dark hole that we won't be able to crawl out of.
Our max contract player saving us and taking all the shots and
But
bullets.
that was
I'm
a
calling
topic
a
on-
timeout.
Did you guys watch Insecure, the episode
I
Insecure?
know exactly what you're talking about, yeah.
I'm calling a timeout. We're not going there.
Fair.
What is next on the docket?
Next on the topic list was, okay, everyone, I don't know if anyone knows, the viral video that went with Shan Booty's podcast. What's that sound?
Is that a fire escape?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
okay.
outside. What's it called? So Shan Booty, Canadian icon, has a Shan Booty's pretty big.
She is, but I've never heard that word before used. I agree though.
I just think she's like, I would say
She
Canadian
is.
icon.
I
you know,
love
she's a
Shannon.
recognizable face. She's built a good name for
For
herself.
podcasters,
She's a
I
nice
think
lady.
I would call her
a very
Canadian.
smart woman.
Okay, fine.
And she's beautiful.
Canadian figure. Sorry. She had an interview with, I don't know her name.
Jazzy.
Yeah, I think it was like something
Watch
jazz.
Jazzy.
Watch
Yeah,
Jazzy.
she had an interview with her, and she's talking about being a submissive woman. She was basically like, you know, to me, what I will say is I sort of understood where she was coming from, but I think she took it a little too far because there was things she was saying. I was like, okay, what are you really saying? You know what I mean? Like she was like basically like, you know, I basically like know what my man thinks before he says it, and I pack and unpack his bags, and I rub his back, and then I feel his breathing, and I know when he's asleep, and I'm a genuine person who like loves a man back to health and all that. I'm like, okay, you know, I get what you're saying, girl, but you took it a little too far, but it's okay. But then people like pulled up an old video of her from literally like 2 months ago, basically saying like, you know, like if you're a woman, like don't let these niggas try to play with you, like niggas will take from you, blah, 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 whatever, right? I understand. The thing is, I understand what she was saying in both, because I think one perspective she was coming from the like pursuing stage, and one perspective is coming from the already in a relationship stage, right? Being submissive. But, okay, I wouldn't call myself a submissive woman, but I'm very like, I know myself to be more like a cater to you type girl. Even when I'm like,
Read your tweet.
even when, yeah, literally, I've tweeted, I'm a big, like, love a gal, like, cater to you type idiot. Like, I like to do, like, things like, oh, I'll pack my man's lunch, or, you know, I don't mind, like, rubbing his feet, or I don't mind fixing him a plate. Like, I'll do stuff like that. So, like, there was a situation on Twitter, like, maybe a couple months ago, when women were like, oh, my God, like, fixing a man's plate is, like, slavery. I would never do that. And I didn't say it works. I'm like, yo, I've definitely fixed men's plates in the past. Whether
It's not that deep.
I don't think it's that deep. Whether it's my boyfriend or even like my guy friends, I fixed plates for my friends' boyfriends before. You know what I mean? I just like, I don't know. Like, it's a thing that I do. Like, even like my family knows, like, yo, like my family's like, yo, I have to get Zoe to start fixing plates because you fix a really good plate. Like, even my male cousins are like, yo, like, you guys are doing my plates because you fix a bomb plate.
But do you think that's like a Caribbean thing or like an immigrant thing?
Or
For women
patriarchy
fixing
thing.
men's plates?
No, just in general. I feel like women in Caribbean households are like that. Like they're like that.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, of
like
course.
they'll take care of you. I feel like most of those people who are probably saying I would never fix it are probably Americans, and that's not really the
I've
vibe.
seen a lot of Toronto women tweet stuff like that.
Well, yeah, they're right there. They're right there with the anti-men.
Yeah,
thing.
but the thing is, it's like, so when that whole like interview happened, I think, like I said, I wouldn't say I'm submissive, but like I said, I enjoy doing those like small things. Like, I don't mind cooking dinner majority of the time, or like, you know what I mean? Like packing you lunch, or like rubbing your feet, or like whatever.
Can we please have one of Zoe's exes call in on the show
No.
and
That'd be
confirm
great.
this? Because
No.
this is shocking news to me.
Like,
I almost don't believe her. Eh?
Like, can you call one of your exes?
I would never. I'm absolutely
You're not
not.
on good terms with any of your exes?
No, I definitely am, but
So
I'm not
then
gonna like
what's
be
the
like,
problem
oh
then?
yeah, she used to do this, and this for me. She had no problem doing it. Like, it's not happening. No. But what I will say is, what she was talking about, it kind of felt like she was being dominant, but also trying to label it as submissive, because like I feel like you have to be a dominant woman to like go unpack your man's bag, or go unpack your man's bag, or like know exactly what he like, because you're kind of like, in a way, you're sort of being the controller. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I can read his mind, so I know exactly what he wants right now. I'm gonna give it to him right now without him asking. You're kind of putting yourself in that controlling position, which is not really submit. You see what I mean? Which
You're
is not
dominating
really
everything that he needs.
Exactly,
You know? Yeah.
which is not really submission.
What she talked about, no, by definition, no, wouldn't be submissive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So it's like, do women even know what it means to be do women who label themselves as submissive even know what it means to be a submissive woman? Because I don't think I'm submissive, but like I said, I do have those character traits, like, oh, I don't mind doing, you know, these things. But I also grew up in a household where my mom would willingly do those things for my dad all the time. You know what I mean? So I think that also plays a factor in like, people are what they live, right? My mom used to pack my dad's lunch all the time, would cook for my dad every single night. You know what I mean? Like, basketball comes, he'd come home from reffing, coaching, whatever, she would do his laundry. Like, that stuff she would do.
Oh, I wish. I wish the gal of today.
And the thing is,
Most you're getting is like chicken. You know, let me stop.
and the thing is, I grew up seeing that, so I don't mind doing that now. Like my grandma, also for my grandpa.
Chicken Alfredo every day.
But when my parents got married, my dad was like, I don't think they had a deal. My dad's, listen, I don't, you know, I'll pay the bills. I'll make sure I'm a great father. Do whatever you need. I just would love for you to cook me dinner. And that's what she did. She's like, okay, you know, I have no problem doing that.
I'm pretty sure a lot of women would sign up for that.
A lot of women would not. Some women who like, you know, tweet like, oh, I'm not taking care of my kids and going to work and coming home and cooking my man dinner. That's not happening. A lot of women don't do that. Or at least act like they're against that on social media. A lot of women are like, I couldn't even fathom the fact of having to take care of my kids, going to work, and then coming home and having to cook. I've seen that tweet go viral hundreds of times.
So what do they want though? What's
I don't
the
know.
alternative?
I don't know. Maybe like the man cooks 50% of the time.
They want the man to be traditional, make all the money, and then them not be traditional is kind of what it sounds like.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
But yeah, the thing
It's
is,
a double standard. It's not.
I think it's a double standard. But like I said, when it comes to the whole like submissive woman thing, that's why I'm like, bro, it was funny because the tweet that I made, one girl like quote tweeted it and she's like, girl, like I agree. Like I stay silent when girls talk about this stuff because I don't want to get in trouble for liking men a little. And it's like, bro, literally, like sometimes women make you feel like shit for wanting to do like
Word, bro. That's
real,
a
you know what I
fact.
mean? Like
Everybody
shit for
just
your man. Like
everyone just hates each other. That's it. Everyone just hates.
I may argue that men do that more with men.
that can
what do you
happen as
mean?
well. Yeah.
That
Like, take care of
when
each
dudes treat women properly, like they get pushed back from other dudes. You know, like that's like
It
where
depends,
the term
but I feel it's
simp
like a
comes
young, but that's like a younger
from.
man.
It's an
thing.
immature thing.
I don't think like older guy, like the older you get is like that stops more.
I agree.
But I had that mindset from back then. I remember being in high school and I'll be like walking with a girl or I'm walking home with a girl or something, or if someone's at a girl's locker and you see them like holding a girl's like books or something,
you're
like,
like,
man's
yo.
are roasting you.
Yeah.
But I was like, yo, so you guys want me to leave this girl to come hang out with you? Why would I do that? That
But-
makes no sense.
Funny thing is, my dad and my mom broke up because my dad was in that mindset. So before, when they're in their dating stage, my dad was kind of like, his niggas were like, yo, like, like you're always with like shorty, like, you know what I mean? Like you need to go, you need a ball, like go to the States, you need to come, like come out with us, like, you're only 26, you should come do this, blah, blah, blah. My dad was like, yeah, facts, you right. And then broke up with my mom. And she was like, all right, nigga, bye. Go do you. Go with your homeboys. Go travel. Go ball. Go fuck some things, whatever,
And he
whatever.
got it all out of his system. And
Okay,
then
I don't know if he did that.
became a great father. That sounds like a nice plan to me.
Don't talk about my father like that. We don't know. I don't think that's what he did. But, she's like, okay, fine. You want to go do your thing? Go do your thing. And then he came back like, just kidding. The streets. I don't like the streets. I don't like it over there. I want to be
Well,
here.
there was no Instagram back then. I think the game's a little bit different now.
That is
a
true.
little harder now.
That is true.
Actually, I feel like, do you think, I feel like life would be a lot simpler if there was no social media.
Yeah, of course it would be.
I agree. I do agree.
At least
even-
relationships would
Yeah,
be,
that's
at least.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Relationships would be a
But-
lot less complex if there was no social media.
I think that men would have to work a lot harder if social media was not a thing, because back to my parents' situation now, which also goes into my topic, we'll get into persistence versus begging. So when my mom met my dad, they met at a party. My mom was not interested, like, bye, boy, bye, no. And my dad told my mom's cousin, like, yo, who is that? What's her number? Blah, blah, blah. My mom's cousin's like, oh, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, blah, blah, whatever. Then he told his friends, yo, I'm gonna marry that girl. And he's like, yo, like, she's not paying you no money. So he's like, I don't care. I'm gonna marry her. I'm gonna find her. I'm gonna marry her. I know she's the one. And then, so my dad's like, yo, if you're not giving me her number, tell me where she works. At the time, my mom worked at a store called Dalmies. It was like Sears before Sears. My dad called every Dalmies.
Oh, you can't do that today.
Yeah, no, like
There's
this
no
is,
way
this
you're-
is
no.
criminal behavior today.
No way you're
My
getting that
dad
off
called
today.
every Dalmies.
This was a different time.
in the GTA to see which one my mom worked at.
This was definitely a different time.
But
You could not
if it
get
was
that off.
social media, you'd be like, yo, what's her at?
What's her gram?
I'd look to who was at the party? Who do you think would be following her? You know what I'm saying? Let me go look through our mutuals. So I'm saying, I feel like men back then had to be a little bit more, a little more forward with their
You
their
did.
game.
I heard someone else talk about this too. And also back then, you had to focus on one girl because you had one phone line and you could only call one person. So if you're trying to swerve a girl, you have to dedicate all your time to swerving that one girl. Right now, I could send 20 DMs to 20 different girls right now.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that back then. It was one. You have your one babes. You try to
One
talk to her
babes.
on the phone, and you have to talk to her within the time that like no one else is on the phone and certain hours. And
Yeah.
even when y'all remember back in like grade 9, grade 10, where it's like your phone was only free after 6. You only had like
and you like 10
texts
cents
per month.
10 texts or 10 cents per text, shit like that. That shit would
Yeah.
add the fuck up.
Yeah, you had like I remember I had 100 texts
Yeah.
a month, and it was free after like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So you have to be very selective with who you're talking
Or you have
to.
a
That's
My
a
5
fact.
or something like
Yeah, the My 5, yeah. It was a
And
different
you
time.
actually had to remember people's phone numbers. Ask me if I don't even know my mom's phone number.
Really?
That's really bad. Because she got a new phone. Like, she was one of those people that had the same phone number for like 20 years. And then now she got a new phone number. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I think, I just feel like if social media, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like men would have to do a lot more.
We would.
To pursue women if social, because now it's like, let me follow, let me slide in the DM, let me like a pic, which I do. I like the two old pics, one recent pic, and catch the bait. But yeah, I feel like if social media was not a thing, dating would be, I feel like it'd be more authentic, one.
Definitely.
And two, it would be a lot more work, like mental and physical work.
Of course, because like I could DM a girl, and if she likes me, be like, yo, come to my house.
Yeah.
From the comfort of my bed, meet a new woman and get her to come to where I am without leaving my bed. Couldn't do that before.
Nah.
I don't know. I kind of disagree. I think it's harder now.
You think it's harder now?
And I think like what you're saying.
What? Really?
But harder in terms of what? What aspect though?
Like, I think the work that you're talking about is like, I think there's more of it when it's social media. Like, I heard a comedian once say that like, back in the day, you would go to work and you would have no communication with your wife until you came home. Now it's kind of like there's this expectation for accessibility like 24/7 all the time.
That's
at least
fair.
for someone like me.
I don't like that either.
Me neither. Yeah.
Those, I feel like I've seen you tweet it also, where it's like, if you could go 24 hours without talking to me, then bye.
That's what social media breeds, I think.
Okay, I don't think I've tweeted that.
I feel like I've seen you say, if you can go a whole day without talking to me, then you don't really rate me.
Yeah, I feel like if you can literally go a whole, like, I think if it's like a whole day, it depends on where we are in our situation. If we're in a relationship and we don't talk for an entire day.
A day? But I feel like in the relationship should be even more time when, like, you would understand me not talking to you for a day. You don't, like, we're already together. We good. So if I didn't talk to you today, then obviously I just had a busy day or something.
Yeah, but 24 hours you're busy. You didn't have 1 minute to like. Don't look at me like that.
This is what I mean.
You
Like,
didn't have
in
1
real
minute.
life, that's not the case. Sometimes you have busy days.
Days.
Or sometimes I just do. Now I understand the communication aspect where maybe I could be like, yeah, I don't really feel like talking today. But then also that's not gonna.
Day?
But also that's not gonna go well, because people will be like, yeah, just communicate. I can't tell my girl, hey, honestly, like, I just don't really feel like talking to anyone today, so I'll message you tomorrow. They're gonna be like, what? Why? What's going on? What's wrong? Why would? And now there's a million questions, and now it's
There's more room to misunderstand things.
Yeah.
That is also true. I do
There's a
agree
lot
with
that
that.
why are you being weird?
You
Why-
like her picture or something like that, and then it's like you accidentally actually liked her picture, but it still creates this thing. Like, there's so many things that could go wrong that you wouldn't even have to think of that.
And
back
also,
in the day.
there's more competition.
Yeah,
Now,
like,
now
what do
you
mean,
said
like,
there's
hard?
a
Like, it's
million
way
dudes in
harder
the
now.
inbox. Like, girls, like, there's a new man, probably, even you. I feel like I can almost probably estimate there's probably I can guarantee that a new guy, whether you respond to them or not, a new guy has tried to talk to you every single day.
Well, aren't you on my close friends?
Yeah.
Don't you see when I post on this episode of what's in my
but I'm
DM?
just saying, in general, an attractive woman, a new man is trying to speak to them every single day of their life, bro. Imagine going through life and someone's trying to talk to you every single day.
But those are not men that we want.
But it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, in general, there's in terms of options, there's numbers.
Right.
Back in the day, that wouldn't happen. If I don't see you, you don't exist.
Social media breeds more competition.
Yeah. So it's like good and bad. It's on both sides. So I don't know. And then now you're not even just competing with dudes on your block or in your school or in your area. You're competing with the
Drake.
world.
Okay.
Fuck this.
You're competing with the world, bro.
With 2-time MVPs.
Some Olympic pro lifter in Australia's DMing Zoie that lives in Toronto. Like, you would never meet that man if there was no social media.
That is very true. That is very true. I mean, okay, I see both sides. Very good argument there.
So this persistence versus begging thing.
Yeah. So what is, as a man, because, as a woman, usually I am pursued. I do the pursuing sometimes, but usually I am the one. I do. Actually, side note, I was in the club recently, I was a couple drinks in, feeling good by myself, looking good. Hair was laid. And I saw a couple of like cute, like, men in the club. I did one of these, like the whole, like, like you grab, point, come to me. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I did one of those.
I like
I did
that.
3 times to 3 different men. I did this and this, and they all came.
Of
like,
course you're gonna call.
They all came like
Like a little puppy dog.
literally
Giddy.
Bounced
You know?
over like a puppy dog.
chatting up a little bit. Did the whole little key moment. Where you from? What you saying? You kind of cute. Blah blah blah. Exchange numbers or exchange Instagram. So I do the pursuing. I do, but most of the time I am the I'm the pursued one, right? So as a man, because I've had many situations where I'm pursued, whether it's through DMs or in person, I'm like, oh, you know, I politely give the vibe that I'm not interested, right? Okay, cool. You know, he accepts it. Then again, I get another DM a couple weeks down the line. Hey, let's do this, and this. I don't know.
Oh, I know.
Kind of
Referring
busy.
to, okay.
Whatever. Hey, yo, let's do this and this. No, not in the mood. Hey, do you want to FaceTime? No, tired, sorry. Like, when do y'all stop? Because I've had niggas who don't stop.
Shooters shoot.
They
You know,
don't.
I was gonna say, you know, one time Steve Kerr, I heard him talking about why Steph Curry is such a good shooter.
Oh, Jesus.
And he was saying about how, like, you know, there was a half and he went like 1 for 13 and he's like talking to him on the way in the tunnel. He's like, you know, after 1 for 7, I would have stopped shooting. Like, I wouldn't have, you know, but you, the reason you're so great is because you keep, like, that doesn't throw you off, you know? And then he, like, came out and scored, like, 20 points in the second half or something.
Oh, Jesus.
So, to what Tresor was saying.
That wasn't my answer. But I was saying
Shooters shoot. And I don't know, kind of being a devil's advocate, too.
Yeah.
But
I think
I just spit, sorry.
I think when it becomes, okay, there's a few things. You can attack this from various ways. I think, first of all, if you are not used to interacting with women and getting women, you may not have the awareness to pick up on the social cues that a woman is not interested because you don't know what a woman does if she is interested. So you can't really tell the difference. You're just like blindly shooting.
Heaving.
And then also, I think when it becomes, it's difficult. Like it's easier to see from the outside because you're like, bro, like you're doing a lot for this.
Yeah,
girl. But
yeah.
He may not see that, but I think you have to have self-respect, one, and you need to have a little bit of pride.
Right.
And that's what stops it from like going to harassment. Because it's like, bro, if I message the girl once and she doesn't answer me, I maybe message her twice. If she doesn't answer me after that, it's like, that's probably it. For you to get a third message out of me, it would either have to be like super, super important or a very, very, very long time in the future. Like, I would never ever be the guy who would be like, hey, 6 straight days in a row. Have some self-respect.
So that's where you think it is? A lack of self-respect and pride, essentially, is what...
Have some
and
common
awareness
sense.
and awareness of like being able to pick up on social cues.
I think you're right.
A lot of men do not know how to pick up on social cues. It's like, bro, that girl is clearly not interested in you.
I think more that than anything. Just socially,
Yeah.
dudes are fucked up.
And the thing is, it also bothers me when they switch platforms. Like, I forgot that it was like you. Like, if I have a guy on Snapchat and I have him on Twitter and Instagram, he'll like DM me on Snapchat and then he'll like DM me on Twitter.
That's...
And it's like, yo, nigga, I know it's you, and I'm still saying no.
That's funny.
That's sick. Like, I can't even conceive of that.
It would be like, like, hey, like, we should go out sometime. Me, or maybe not, or I'm kind of busy this week, or blah, blah, blah. Okay, on Twitter. Hey, like, are you free this week? Oh, I'm actually really busy. Like, sorry. Then on Instagram. Oh my God, love this picture. So you and I should go out sometime. Oh my God, I said I was busy on Snapchat and Twitter. Why are you on Instagram now asking me to go out again?
And I think it also depends on like what you're saying, like the content of your message. Like we should go out sometime multiple times. Like, no, that doesn't work. You might be able to get away with it if it's like you're doing like maybe the stories approach and you're responding to something that they posted.
But if you do that multiple times.
But you can't do it like bare times.
This is a lack of game, though, I think, what we're talking about. You know,
that
just
too.
a lack of moves and play, you know. And your
you
playbook
don't have
isn't
to know.
deep, you know?
Exactly. Because there has also been times where, say there was a girl that I wanted to try to holla at, I've waited like months for them to like post something that I know I can start a conversation out of. Like if there's nothing there,
You've done that
I'm
with a friend
not
of mine.
gonna.
Holy shit. So
Drop a
I've probably
bomb.
done that.
Drop the
I
bomb.
probably no. I
Thank
probably
you.
tried. Probably more than one.
yeah,
But-
probably.
My fault.
But actually, yes, no. See, but in general, that's like my approach.
Yeah.
Where it's like I will wait until there's a reason to where it's like you almost can't not talk to me because what I'm saying is, it's full. It has some beef to it.
I know exactly what you're talking
Got
about.
Feel me?
Yeah.
So where even if you don't respond to that, it wasn't something that's like beg to where if I tried to message you again on a different wave, it wouldn't be looked at as like weird, you know? I think that's the easiest way to try to do it. Cause when you go in blind, it's like, hey, or let's go out or what's up. It's hard.
You almost can like take it a step further and choose the bar or like what you're gonna like lead with and wait for her to post something along those lines that fall in line with that bar.
Some
and then
people
get it
are
off as
some
soon as
people
possible.
are food people and that's their thing. Oh my god, that meal is so good. Where'd you get it from? Oh, it was from here. Wow, have you tried this place? Oh no, I haven't. Yo, it's really good. You should try this, and this. Oh yeah, it looks so good. Actually, you know what? You're cool. Hey, you think like, if you would want to if you have that sauce with that girl, the conversation could be as easy as that and you got a date right there. Boom. That's not my thing because I'm not a foodie and I think food is way too expensive and it's a waste of money. And
Yeah, I've been trying to get him to come out to eat on just a regular day with us.
The experience of like eating food out is not as enjoyable to me as it is to other people. But yeah.
Bro, it's crazy because my friends and I, we eat food all the time. Like our go-to, like when I go with my friends, it's like day party, fine dining, nightclub. Boom. Tresor does not, like he doesn't go out to like eat with friends. Like I have guy friends like, oh, like let's go out for dinner tonight. Or like, let's get the group, let's get 4 of us, let's go out to dinner tonight. Tresor will, the only time I try to get Tresor to come out to eat with us, he will not come out to eat.
Don't act like it's been bare time.
It's been at least
like
3.
a couple.
At least 3 or 4.
At least she tries to get you to
I
come
would
out
say
to
like
eat.
2.
No, I'd say 3 or 4 for sure. And you're like,
Yeah, that's just not me. Even like all of my closest friends, my homies and everything. Yo, let's go to Hibachi. Let's go to da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you guys go. I'm not going. Like, yo, why are you not going, fam? I'm not paying $60 for the chef to squirt juice in my mouth from across the room.
okay.
I'm not doing that.
First of all, you don't have to do that.
Man's throwing shrimps in his hat from across the room and I'm paying $70 for that.
But like, you go to like a cute little restaurant, it's happy hour, whatever. Have you been to Mademoiselle, that new spot in Toronto?
No.
I went there. It's a cute little vibe. You know what I'm saying? You bring a few friends. Our bill was under $100, I think. Oh, was it? Maybe.
That's one thing also. It's very expensive.
I don't think it was.
These places y'all go are very expensive. And also, when I'm eating, I'm focused on my food.
Oh, dear God.
I'm eating. And then when I'm done eating, I'm done. And I want to leave.
Oh, my God.
I'm not sitting there
How are you gonna
socializing.
how do you date?
I don't. I don't.
Oh, my God. That's like the worst fucking date ever. Him eating. Silence. You ready to go? You done? Let's go. Are you fucking dumb?
That's why even if I'm going on a date, it would never be a restaurant. Never, ever be a restaurant.
Take her for an activity.
Never. Yeah. I'm more of an activity.
Take her to a museum.
Nah, I'm not going to a museum.
I love
to go
a
fake
nice-
look at some art and sit there like, I see what they were going for here. I'm not capping.
That's kind of my bad. I like that.
I love a nice dinner date.
He was
I
going through
love-
something when he made this painting.
Yeah.
I love
Put on a
Dinner
nice
date.
little tight dress. My hair is done. My face is beat. I got my heels on.
So
We're
you
going
can
out.
post the photo of the glass with.
No, it's just like I love having like conversation over food. I like a really good, nice, fancy dinner date.
Yeah, no.
My titties are sitting right over the table. He's dressed up, looking good. His lineup is fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not for me still.
But even when you're like in a relationship, you're not gonna do like dinner dates.
I'm sure I would have to at some point.
I would have to, he says.
I'm sure I would at some point. That's just not my bag.
Oh, dear
I wouldn't
God.
even know where to go.
What?
Because I'm not going to STK and Harbor 60.
Why?
Why not? To pay $300 for 2 string beans
Harbor-
and a little last
Okay,
like
first-
pepperoni size steak.
First of all, Harbor 60 steak is pretty big and they're pretty good. And second of all, it's not $300. Keep in mind, I never actually paid for Harbor 60 every time I went.
So what are you talking
But
about? Girls be speaking. See, stay out of men's business. The payment for these dates, y'all just be.
I don't think it's
flinging around.
$300. Actually,
I
for
don't know.
both of
That's
us,
why-
or just mine.
Both.
Oh, for him and me, probably yeah. It's probably
SDK,
$300.
yeah, it is.
No, see, and this is why I'm saying date.
I went
the
on a
dating,
date to SDK in LA, and yeah, I think our bill was probably like over $3.
See, this is why dating for men and women
that's USD.
is so different, because for a majority of the time when women are dating, they're not paying for the dates. So you can go on 3, 4, 5 dates in a week. And
I will
choose
start
from
paying
men.
for dates once, I know that he's interested and I'm interested, this is going somewhere. Then I'll definitely start paying for dates. But during the courting era, when it's like, yo, I want to take you out, you start paying for dates.
No, but you hear what he's saying though, that like a woman could line up like 8 dates
could have
in
5
a week.
dates in a week.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely.
And
and
like
pay $0.
Oh,
men's
absolutely.
really gotta have it like that.
If
do
I was
8
to go on
dates.
5 dates in a week, you know how expensive
Yeah,
that is?
yeah.
Yo.
Blame yourselves. Patriarchy, baby. Y'all created it.
I hate that. I did not. You act like we were all like when we turned 5 years old, we had some collective meeting amongst all the men where we're like, yeah, we're gonna fucking continue this patriarchy thing. Like that's not what happened.
Blame your people then. Blame the one with the dicks.
Actively trying to break down the patriarchy too.
Yeah, we be trying to change it.
Yeah.
But you
I
guys
know
will
you
have-
do, because you try to flip the switch on yourself
You
every
guys will
fucking
have
time.
you guys, see, this is the thing. Patriarchy and double standards, of course, they're terrible, but y'all think it's terrible until it benefits you. Then y'all don't care anymore.
What do you mean?
Y'all pay all the bills, but I'm not cooking.
No, like you said, the whole with men courting women and men paying for whatever and men usually being the breadwinners and XYZ, that technically benefits you guys because you guys don't have to spend no money. You know what I mean?
You have to spend money.
Not really. Like in dating,
Yeah.
when do you really spend money?
To look
What?
good.
That's true.
Thank you, Clyde.
But you guys are gonna do that regardless.
That's not true.
That's true.
I
you
mean,
guys are gonna
I
look
So
will.
so you
regardless.
do that for men.
What do you mean? No, I mean I do it for me.
Yeah, thank you.
Drop a ball.
Let's go.
We got you.
We got her.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I look good for me, obviously, but obviously I'm going on a date. Things got to be fresh. You know what I mean? If I go on a date, I didn't get my hair done, you get my lashes filled, you get my eyebrows waxed. Even if I'm not doing it that week, if I date that week, I got to push it up. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever asked a man to, like, you know how girls would be like, oh yeah, we're going on a date and I want to look good for you, so can you buy me a dress or pay for my
No.
nails? Or
No.
I feel like that's insane.
I've never done that.
That's
I've had guys
extortion.
offer to do that and I've taken it. Cause like, why the fuck would I say no? But I've never been like, oh, like, by the way, we're going on a date and I need to look good. So can you like buy me this dress? I'm not fucking doing that. I have clothes that look good that I know I'd wear on a date. And if I'm gonna get my nails done regardless, I'll pay to get them done. But if he's like, yo, we're going on a date tonight, here's $300, go do what you gotta do, I'm taking that shit and I'm doing what I gotta do.
Yeah, I feel you. I would never ever fault women for taking money that men are giving them willingly. Like everybody's gonna do that. If a girl just wanted to keep giving me a bunch of money, I would do it. But then also another double standard.
Oh God.
If a woman was just giving me money all the time, people would be like,
Yeah. it'd be
why are
like,
you,
yeah.
you feel me? Like,
Yeah.
Why are you what?
why are you accepting this? You know that it's coming attached with her wanting something more and you're leading her on and you're not XYZ. But I could give you all the money in the world and no one would bat an eye about it.
There would be like kind of like
I feel like that depends. There's been situations
you let a
where
woman pay for your stuff. Like it would be
Yeah.
that sort
Like
of
why
stuff.
would you accept the money that this girl is giving you type thing?
but there's been situations where like
Constantly though, not just like a one time. If a girl's gonna give me money like a one time, I'll take it.
but I feel like situations where there's men giving women money constantly, it's like, all right, yo, what are you doing for this? Like why is he giving you this much money? Like what obviously he's gonna expect something at some point. Women do that all the time.
Can we be honest? The people out there, can you let us know at the Relentless Diaries, how many, like, what is the percentage of people that, like, the girls that say, yeah, I have a sugar daddy, but like we don't do anything or like we only hold hands?
Good question.
What percentage of that is actually true?
5%,
Like, how
you
many
think?
of y'all actually aren't doing anything? Like, you're really just holding hands with him. Our studio audience says 5%. I'm kind of on board with him. There's no way that all of these sugar daddies are just giving you money and all you're doing is holding hands
Going to dinner.
and going to dinner.
I agree. Yeah.
It's
Somebody's
not a
lying.
high percentage.
Somebody.
I've never had a sugar daddy, but I've definitely tried to get in situations like, yo, I'm just trying to, text me, call me, but I don't want to do nothing with you. I've never landed.
My student loans are at this right now.
I've never landed.
Because that's just not human nature. Like, people are naturally aren't just gonna keep giving you something with nothing in return. Like, that's not enough.
And I've had friends or like girls that I know who've like, they've started in that situation, like, oh yeah, just like come here, blah, blah, blah. But then it gets up, I was like, all right, so
What are we doing?
what are we doing?
Exactly.
Like, my room's right there. Let's go upstairs. And they're like, oh. And it's like, yeah, now what, bitch? What?
So did they go?
No, but then they get cut off.
Yeah. Kicked it right to the curb.
Yo.
You're fucked.
But I mean, it's straight business, bro.
Is it straight business though?
They were trying to look for a service. You did not want to provide the service. Please
Is sugar
leave.
baby a service? Is it?
Yeah.
It should be considered yeah.
So it's basically prostitution then.
Yeah.
Technically
More or
speaking.
less.
Because if you're giving the sugar, which is usually acts of service.
You need cakes.
Technically
My
speaking.
fault.
Technically speaking. And you know what I heard someone say that I thought was interesting? You see how prostitution is illegal, but porn isn't?
Yeah.
Porn isn't?
Yeah.
Oh, porn.
Isn't porn technically just prostitution that's filmed?
Videotaped, yeah.
What's the difference between prostitution and porn?
Prostitution is like,
You're getting paid to have sex.
no,
A video
porn
camera.
is more like acting.
Yeah.
So
You're still you're getting paid for the act of sex.
yes, but it's not like they're both getting paid, the men and the women.
Yeah.
So they're not like one's not a prostitute. They're just like it's kind of like they're
Well, they're both prostitutes.
But like
no, they're artists.
They're both prostitutes
Yo,
technically.
But so, like think
They're
about
actors and actresses.
No, amateur porn. They are not actors and actresses. That's a couple.
You're
that's
putting
doing,
on a show.
But you're not an actor or actress.
I feel like
I
it
could go-
falls-
Technically, legally, they're putting on a show, but
Yes.
really, they're doing what they would have done normally. They just happen to press record first.
but I don't think it's prostitution. No, prostitution
But
is
what's
the
the
act,
difference?
like it's when you pay for sex. Like somebody pays you.
But you get money for that video after you press record.
You're still
Is that
paying
not-
for sex.
I think it's more. It falls under the entertainment category rather than prostitution.
Okay, but it's sex work too.
It's definitely sex work,
Yeah.
but it
It's
is
not soliciting.
entertainment.
Okay.
I just heard that prostitution was illegal and porn was not because the government can tax porn and they can't tax people's coochies individually. It makes sense to me.
Okay.
It makes sense to me. Think about it. That makes sense.
I hear you.
You can tax like these production companies that are making porn. These people are getting paid for sex, and the government can still make money off of it. But you can't tax because technically it's a job. If you're a prostitute, that's your job,
Right.
And you're supposed to pay tax on your job,
Right.
And you can't tax if we are prostitutes.
Right.
I mean, they tax like feminine like hygiene products and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'm talking about the
that's
directly
technically-
to the job. It's like weed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like weed. It's illegal until now they could tax it. Now it's legal.
I hear it.
I don't know. I think y'all stressing me out all episode. Between the Beyonce comment, the fucking prostitution as porn, like, okay.
Really, what's the difference? So now if I record my interaction with a prostitute, is that now porn or is it still prostitution?
If you distribute it, then it's
porn, right?
You have to distribute it.
So then it shouldn't be illegal.
It's not.
Yes, it is. But if I get a prostitute off the street and record the video and like sell it to Pornhub or something, technically
Well,
she's a
that's
prostitute.
illegal because you have to have consent.
Yeah,
She needs to be with that though.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it's consensual. She knows. Yeah, I'm gonna pay you for sex and I'm going to sell this video.
I think the only difference is the camera, is the pressing of recording and distributing of a video.
Our studio audience is saying no. Do you not have the other mic that he can explain his part? Because
Studio audience.
One sec, yeah, I got it.
because I don't know. Someone brought that up and I was like, they make a good point.
I just think that porn is.
I don't
more
think prostitution should be illegal.
I don't think it should be illegal. I feel like if you legalize it, that means you have to protect it. How are they going to protect prostitution? Then you have to like, there's a whole like pimps conversation and like sex houses. Like, how are you going to like, because the government has to be under them. So how would they like regulate? You can't really regulate prostitution to make it legal.
That's true.
The difference is basically like under contracts when you are.
This is Trey, by the way, guys.
This is our studio audience.
The difference, like when you work for a porn industry, like you sign a contract, like saying like we can publish this publicly and people can watch you have sex. With prostitution, like the only real difference is that like you're a sex worker, basically a freelancer. Like you're doing it out of your own will to go do this without any insurance or anything like that.
Oh, so it's like me trying to work in the States without a visa.
Pretty much, yeah. So if you work for like the only reason I know it because I went to school for like
I was gonna say you sound very
And my professor, like he's like we learned the ins and outs of the film industry, and one of the subjects was porn, and he said like the porn industry is a very toxic place, but they are so like liable with their contracts and stuff with their actresses, like it's almost like Clyde tight. So like when you sell like a video on Pornhub or something or RedTube or whatever, you're basically like in a contract with Pornhub saying we can sell you and your sex life for the public for how much money we give you.
See, but what I was saying is if
dark.
I get a prostitute to
my
do
God, Tristan.
that, like I make the prostitute sign the contract that I'm selling this video, is that still technically
But does the
prostitution?
public know that's a prostitute? Would the public know that?
No.
Then no, it's not the same thing.
This is very confusing for me.
Yeah, lots of live.
Like okay. If you get a prostitute to be on camera with you and you do whatever you do, you sell it to Pornhub. You're not gonna give the description like this is my girl or this is my prostitute, whatever. You just say this is me and my partner. We did X, Y, and Z. Do whatever you want with it. There's no description of whether she's a prostitute or not.
That makes sense.
That
That's
is
wild.
dark.
Does
though,
that
like
help
said.
you, Tresor, with your prostitution?
It makes sense. It makes sense. I just posed the argument. So I guess you can't just go to the Dominican and say hola and the girls
Why
come.
Dominican, bitch?
You didn't see that video?
I saw that. I
Of
know
the
what
guy
you-
from
I know.
Toronto?
Yeah, I know what
Where
you're
he's like,
talking
yo, mandem, come to the Dominican. The girls are out here. All you have to say is
Toronto man?
hola. Yeah, it was. He's like, all you have to say is hola. Watch this. There was like two girls walking by and he was like, hola. And the girls looked at him. They walked over. He's like, spin. They did a spin. He's like, all right, come here.
What?
Tell me
Yeah.
you ain't got no bitches. With
Yeah.
But
saying
he's
you don't
also
get no
paying for that.
Of course, yeah, they were prostitutes.
Because I heard the
But
Dominican.
look, one of them
definitely-
she was fire.
I heard the
She
Dominican.
might have got me thinking. I wouldn't have done it, but she probably would have made me have a second thought.
What would like be like your okay? I'm definitely paying for this pussy. What would that line be for you? Like a line like I would never pay for pussy. What would be
Yeah.
like? All right, yeah, I'll pay for this.
I don't know.
If I worked on Wall Street,
You'll pay for pussy.
if I worked on Wall Street, I swear to God,
if you had enough money. My thing is,
Yeah.
I just don't. It's the trust aspect for me. If I know you just like people pay you to have sex, I don't know if I would trust you enough to be clean at all times.
But you're using
That's
protection.
my thing. Yeah, but still things happen. I had a string of ripped jimmies. I don't know if I had a bad batch of condoms or something. And that string of ripped condoms traumatized me for the rest of my life.
did you buy them?
Scary to think about.
Actually, no, I don't think I bought them. I think someone gave them to me.
Oh, they set you up. They set
Someone
you
was plotting on your downfall. Just
Literally.
up. Like if you had a repeated line of Jimmy's breaking and you didn't buy them yourself, someone set you up.
they are not supposed to break multiple times. in a
Yeah,
row,
that's
like,
not
yeah.
supposed to happen.
And then it actually
Did you get them from a woman?
It's happened in more than one scenario. So no, I can't say it was just that one time. It's happened with different
Different women.
jimmies. And with different women. It's happened
Did you
before.
ever
Like
get
when
the
I was
Jimmys
younger.
from the woman?
No.
Okay, then it's that you got it from one of your homies or something like that.
It was this was like back in my younger days. So no, it would be like there was one time, yes, the first original time, yeah, I got like a box from one of my friends.
Yeah.
There was other times where it's like I would have my own
Did
and
you
it would
check
just
if they were
break.
expired?
They definitely weren't expired.
A therapist like, did you check this?
No, they definitely
Did you
weren't
do that?
expired.
Did
I
you
just
do
don't
your
know.
due diligence?
It was just a.
He's like a lawyer.
Yeah, I just don't know what it was. There was a period of time, and I was like, I know I'm not putting these on wrong. Like I've done this before.
Have
so
you?
why does this keep happening?
Have you done this before?
I lost my virginity when I was 17. Yes, I've done this before.
Well, you're the condom master, so
Exactly, and I'm the condom god.
connoisseur.
the condom connoisseur.
I'm the condom god.
Condom comrade.
The condom connoisseur is disgusting.
I'm not the condom
That might be
connoisseur.
the new title.
I'm definitely
Condom
not the
connoisseur.
condom connoisseur. Because I feel like that would imply you have like different types and flavors and them things.
I feel like you
I
do.
don't do
Flavored
that.
condoms
Nah.
seem so.
That makes no
redundant.
sense. Flavored condoms, that
Flavored
makes no
condoms
sense.
are useless.
Well, it makes sense in theory because technically you can get STDs through oral sex.
Yes.
And the reason why they make flavored condoms is to incite you to suck
use
dick with
it.
a condom.
but do
and-
flavored condoms really make a difference? Like, I guess from your perspective,
I've never ever used a flavored condom in my entire
She's
life.
never used a regular condom.
Oh my god!
Isn't that what you told me? That's what you said. You said you don't use jimmies.
First of all,
Didn't you say that when you were telling me to stop using jimmies?
First of all, my family listens to this.
Man. I'm sorry, Miss Nadine.
Not my mom.
She's a very responsible woman, and this is just for content.
First of all, let's get this clear right fucking now. What's the timestamp? Timestamp me, please.
126, an hour and 26.
We're at an hour and 26 minutes. Let's get this clear right fucking now. I have very well have used condoms. I have used condoms before.
There's just been
Plenty of
when
times.
you haven't.
There's also been times where I'm in a trusted situation where I have not used condoms.
Okay, that's my bad then.
Because Zoe having to unpack.
Oh my God. He said, yo, but use condoms. Yes, the fuck I do. Because I do believe in
I'm gonna
safe
leave
sex.
the clip right there with no explanation.
Oh my God, no. Oh. I do believe in safe sex. And I also have never been burned, and I don't want to be burned. So I do practice very good discernment, my belief in God, heaven take, never hell take, and using condoms.
What Lil Wayne say? The best sex is safe sex. Better wear a latex, because you don't want that latex
dear
that
God.
I think I'm latex. So wrap it up.
Ew.
That's what he did.
I know that's what he did, but please. I don't even know where we are on the topic list right now. My eyes are burning. Oh, okay. Now when we talk about Instagram, right? And you're like, oh, Instagram and dating and blah blah blah, right? The BET Awards took place, and there was
One wish. What? Wait, no, that was
That
that was
versus.
versus.
That was
Fucking
versus.
idiot.
Different black event.
Wrong Negro event, Tresor.
My bad.
Keep it together. But yeah, so what's it called? There was BET Awards, right? And everyone was getting at Miss, what's it called? Ari, the real Kyle's sister. Someone did a side by side. So someone tweeted like, oh, y'all don't think Ari's attractive? And someone did a side by side picture of her getting her picture taken on the red carpet at the BET Awards, and then her on Instagram. Though that was probably one of the wildest side by sides I've ever seen in my entire life because they look like two different people. So, as men who use Instagram as dating apps,
The
and
answer
stuff,
is yes. I already know what you're gonna ask. The answer is
the
yes.
answer is yeah. What do you know I'm gonna ask? What do you think I'm gonna ask?
Have you ever seen girls in person that look different?
No, I was saying like, are you guys aware
Oh.
of how much like these editing apps, especially with the Instagram girls, how much these editing apps are used? Because that Ari picture is kind of nuts. I'm not calling her ugly or unattractive. I'm just saying it was very well, like this girl really edited the fuck out of this picture. Like her nose was completely different. Her face was like 7 sizes smaller. Like, are y'all aware on how well or how much women, or even sometimes men, edit their pictures?
Men are editing their pictures?
Yeah,
I think for sure.
There are bodybuilders who literally take effort out of their day to like edit it so they look a lot more jacked than they already do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are y'all aware
Yeah.
Definitely aware.
Okay.
Well aware.
Definitely.
I'm conscious of it. I may not be able to point out the edits as well as y'all can.
Right.
'Cause
Oh yeah.
But
Because when y'all like, oh yeah, she's so bad. This is the baddest girl on the block. She's the bad one. Send her pic, yo, baddie. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her.
I've had
I'm like,
homegirls.
yo.
Yeah, I've had homegirls. Like I've showed them a picture, be like, yo, this girl's so fire. They're like, bro, like her nose doesn't look like that. Her hips doesn't look like that. Her forehead doesn't look like that. And I'm like, how can you tell?
I've had the inverse where I seen a shorty on Instagram and then was like, there's no, like, I thought I was seeing editing, you know?
Yeah.
And then I saw her in real life. Oh shit, you really look like that.
Yeah.
You know? That
The thing
happens
is,
too.
like, everyone, which I will say, women need to stop this whole, like, almost every woman has edited a picture in their lifetime, and almost every woman has used a filter. I use filters all the fucking time, especially when I'm looking bummy.
But the problem with the filter though is like it looks too real. Like you can't even really tell it's filters anymore. Like the light makeup filter, like it
Yeah.
just looks like you. When it was like a dog, like with dog ears, that's a filter.
Yeah.
Because you can tell that it's fake. The
Yeah.
flower crown.
Yeah.
That's fake. But this like freckles and light makeup
Yeah.
filter, it's insane because you can't tell.
Yeah. One thing I will say though is I have two rules when I come to post Instagram pictures. I don't edit my features and I don't edit my body. What I will edit though, I'll be very transparent. I have very oily skin, so I'll use like the matte filter to get away from like my T-zone gets really. Men probably don't even care about this. I just care about it. You're looking at me like, cool. What the fuck are you
Girls
talking
talk
about?
her T-bone.
T-zone,
Her
bitch.
T-zone.
T-zone is the zone on your face that gets oily. Anyways, I have really oily skin, so when I take what'd you just say? What did you just say? What did he say? What the fuck did you just say?
Say anything.
What did he do?
He didn't say anything.
What
What he was
did he
doing was funny. I've been taking somewhere else.
You're a fucking idiot.
I would just say the way that she described her T-zone just looked like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Anyways, I have very oily skin, so sometimes when I take selfies, like especially when I'm in the sun, I get like oil spots. Like I have it like on my forehead or like above my eyebrow.
What's an oil spot?
It's like a really like shiny spot on your face.
Oh.
So what I do is I'll mattify my picture so like my skin looks more matte. Because like my makeup can only do so much if I'm sweating. I'll mattify my pics. That I'm very guilty of doing. All my friends know I make my face matte in pictures. But I will not shrink my nose. I will not make my lips don't need to be bigger than they already are. Won't make my lips bigger. I won't do that stuff. I won't make my hips bigger. I don't do that stuff. I know girls who do it and it's very fucking obvious. Like it's like, girl, I know your waist is not a 23. I've seen in real life
Yeah,
you have a
because
30 inch.
the
like
wall
me.
is warping. Like if you're gonna do it, at least do it right.
Not even the wall is warping. Bitch, I've seen you in real life. If I have a 30-inch waist, okay, I'm not a big woman by definition, you know what I mean? Whatever. But I have a 30-inch waist, okay? I know a lot of women who have bigger waists than me, but in your picture, you're giving 23.
Math
Girl.
is not math.
Do you ever call your friends out on that stuff?
I don't have friends who edit their pictures to that extent, but I would always tell them, if I feel like, yo, this is crazy, I would tell them, like, don't come, what are you doing? But I've never actually had that happen. But I probably listen. I'm like, if every picture that you post looks like you, I will tell you.
Realistically, if anyone should be editing the pictures, it should be us. Because we don't have makeup.
Yeah, we don't have makeup.
We don't have nothing.
That is very true.
We should be editing the picture.
If you're ugly, you're ugly.
Word.
Like, there's no fixing.
And then
it.
on top
Right,
of that,
right.
guys, like you'll take like 2 pictures and that's it. You're posting one of them.
Yeah.
But then it's also too, it's like those like filters and everything were made sort of like I feel like for women.
Yeah.
You know, a guy putting on a matte filter isn't gonna make him more appealing.
If anything, it just makes them look.
Unless
more
you have
feminine.
oily skin.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it just makes your skin look more like matte. So if you have like oily skin, if you have an oily T-zone, and I matte your face on a picture, it'll just have, your skin just look more matte.
Yeah.
And I love a matte face.
I think
hate
we're just too
that
lazy.
dewy
Men,
look.
we're too lazy to do all that.
You brought up like oily skin. Like, how come girls like do the thing where like they make their skin look more glossy than it already is? If like people have that oily,
Some girls like the dewy look.
I have no idea.
I know what
Dewy
she's talking
kinda
about.
means
It's like when
like-
your face looks wet.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
moist and like wet and glossy. I hate that. That is not my bag. But I have oily skin, so eventually, like, if I'm wearing makeup for a long time, eventually I'll get that dewy look, and I'll constantly I'll put powder on my face to make sure I get more matte. But some girls like that, like dewy, like wet, like finish. I don't like it.
What's the appeal behind that? I guess like from, I don't know.
I don't
From
know.
anybody's perspective.
It's like a makeup trend. It's like, you look like you're like fresh out, like dewy,
Like a
glowy, all that
honey
stuff.
bun?
Natural skin.
Yeah, a natural,
type.
glowy, kind of like
Glazed,
moist,
like-
glazed. Yeah, I don't like
glazed
it. I like to
donuts.
look like matte.
Like,
Yeah,
like a Range Rover.
sure, Tresor.
Hell of a comparison.
Like a fucking
but I
Range
hear you.
Rover.
You know how everyone in LA has the matte black Range
Yeah,
Rovers?
yeah, I feel.
Does everyone in LA have a matte black Range Rover?
At a point in time, they did. I don't think they do anymore.
It was a trend for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all say. I don't really know where to go from here.
Do you have something you want to go with?
No, go ahead.
Okay, no, I've been thinking about something for a few weeks. Actually, no, I started like last week. I feel like a little bit. You were talking about the biracials,
She's biracial.
you know, and you were
Are you
saying
biracial, Trey? You look biracial. Got it.
all types of smoke.
Why are you
But-
trying to bring extra biracials to the crew? Do you
don't
feel
know.
outnumbered?
No, I know you're quite fond of the biracials. You know,
Yeah,
you're,
I-
yes, you
I've
are.
seen-
yeah.
I've seen that episode.
the
I?
biracial wrangler,
I've seen
Zoe.
that.
What are you talking about?
Zoe
I don't
and her
have what-
biracial pals. You
I've
know?
seen that.
Okay, you
Yeah.
guys stop it.
I've seen that episode.
I have a few biracial friends. Yeah,
Why are you? What's wrong with having biracial friends?
don't call me biracial wrangler.
You had a phase.
I've actually never dated a biracial man.
You had a
Never dated a biracial man.
No.
Like,
He-
like
I-
So you just use them for sex and kick them to the curb. Why are you fetishizing biracial men, Zoe?
I think I've only had sex with one biracial man. Maybe. I think one. Yeah, I think only one guy I've had sex with biracial.
what was the question?
Anyways,
Thank you.
no,
yeah, how did we get here again?
you, Zoe, were talking
Right.
about the biracials last episode. You were talking about biracial behavior, and you were talking about the dude with the buckle,
the do-rag.
Yeah, with the do-rag, and you were
Right.
like, yo, you guys like confused? Like, what's wrong with you biracials? You're always confused and stuff. You always are confused. About
never said it
what
like
you-
that. Never said
you
it
know.
like that.
So then I was thinking, like, me myself, I'm not confused or anything like that. But there are things that happen with being biracial that are kind of confusing.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And this is kind of like a rabbit hole I sort of wanted to go down because like if you've heard other episodes and stuff, where I grew up and where I went to high school and stuff like that, it was amongst the whites and lots of white people. And it seems like for my adolescent years, literally from like maybe grade 7 until like maybe grade 11, it was just a common, every single white person would be like, oh, you look like Jay-Z. Like that would be like, and see the reaction, right? Like it's like, yo, you look like exactly like Jay-Z, bro. Like you could be his son. Like, like it was, and
Hove?
yeah, like Sean Carter, yes. Listen, and see, this is the thing, right? And see, that's the warranted reaction, right? And when I would try and tell people this, when I would try and tell other black people and be like, yo, like all the white people, they all think I look like Jay-Z, and it's just that, yeah, right? Like that's
You
the
look like a real Negro. What's his
Jay-
name again?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
one of the 3 black people that they know, right?
Jay-Z.
And when you hear that repetitively, like over and over and over,
You've heard that
again,
multiple times?
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, people, when I tell black people, they don't believe me. It's
Yeah.
like that is hard to believe. I look nothing like Jay-Z. Why would someone say I look like Jay-Z? But it was so like to the point where they had to document it. Like they put it in the yearbook that I went to at the high school. They made a celebrity lookalike page.
And yours
that's-
was
And yours was
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
I don't believe it. Do you have the book?
You
Somebody-
have,
he
bring
has
out the
it.
fucking book.
There is no way that they said that you looked like Jay-Z.
Stop it right fucking now. If I see your face
Next to-
beside
next
Sean
to Sean
Carter's
Carter?
face, I will fucking
Oh, I have
lose
the
my
page
mind.
saved, but
That is insane. Jay-Z. Let me see. Oh my gosh.
Put it,
Jay-Z
put it to the camera so I can see it.
And Chris Smith.
Okay, I am from right here. They did you dirty.
So okay, so So
That's the most racist shit
That is
I've ever
extremely
fucking
racist.
seen.
Oh,
And who is this
my-
Mexican kid that they said looks like Drake?
Let me
I
see.
know.
Or no, he's Arabic. Samuel El Kangari.
Let me see.
Is that Arabic?
Oh no.
Let me see.
He's just light skinned with a level 2 haircut.
may
He
not
doesn't
even
look like
be
Drake.
light-skinned, like-
He's not even light skinned. He's
See,
Middle
Clyde,
Eastern.
I know.
Clyde, I wouldn't mind if they said you look like Jason Tatum, because then that would be more.
Well, hold on. We're gonna get there. There's a full circle we're gonna do here. Hold on, Trey. Hold on. No. And that we need that. Zoe, stay there. Zoe, stay there. It's okay. Listen. So right, like, so we can agree that I'm not lying, right? That this was such a thing that they felt like they needed to put it in the yearbook, right? Right? I'm not lying, right? I got receipts.
It's a fact.
Right? Okay. So
Is it because of
Your nose? Was it
yeah,
the
is because of
nose?
the nose? Like the nose
I think
is
it's 'cause of the
sort
lips.
of giving Jay.
She said his nose is giving Jay-Z.
Your nose is giving Jay-Z a little.
maybe in that picture.
In
yeah.
this picture, it's giving Jay-Z.
And I remember when they dropped the yearbook and everybody had them and everyone was like, bro, like you look, when there's a picture of you right next to them, like, bro, it just.
This girl low-key looks like Kesha, though. They kind of got this one for sure. This girl kind of looks like Kesha.
Yeah, but white people look
white
alike.
Girl, the white girl will make that. Okay, whoever put
on, though.
Justin Bieber, that's
Don't
not
say
even
that.
close.
Don't say that.
Timestamp.
Timestamp that. Take that out.
Sorry.
Timestamp. Beep. Just beep it.
Just, yeah, what? You got it.
I got you. One for
Justin
you.
Bieber and this kid, nothing.
He just
No.
has the swoop cut.
Please fuck off. All they have is the same hair. You and Jay-Z is fucking hilarious.
No, but listen.
Ronnie, and this kid right here, all they have is a haircut. All
No,
they have
I
is the
remember
haircut.
him. He looked like Ronnie. He really
Like he has
did,
the size
like-
of Ronnie.
Yeah, like he was like a bodybuilder type.
This bitch Jennifer Aniston, she's begging.
Okay,
this
what
is
about,
this is not
wait,
Jennifer
wait.
Aniston
The
at all.
Nicolas Cage one. What's that one?
He's a teacher.
It's a that looks like a teacher and still not like
There's
it's not giving
nothing about
Nicolas
that.
Cage.
This was really bad.
So
This is terrible.
listen, right? Like, and as a young, impressionable teenager, you really start to believe, oh, I do look like Jay-Z. Once you hear it over and over again, it's like, bro, they put it in a book. They had to publish this, So they really believe that. I must actually look like him. And then that was, and then around the light skin Renaissance era, Drake came out, Steph Curry and Chris Brown. I got a lot of Drake comparisons. People said I look like Drake. And then people would say I look like J. Cole, which if anybody that I'm naming, that's probably
I think J. Cole's the closest.
probably the closest. I still don't even think I look like him. There's been YouTubers that have done reaction videos to my Before They Were Famous videos saying I look like Jason Tatum. So
That is a lie.
Zoe just thinks too highly of Jason Tatum.
Not too highly. I think
I look like him.
I think just enough highly.
So-
because that man is finer than fine.
So listen, right?
I'm not gonna get it.
This is
Get into it. Why?
No.
Is he not finer than fine?
I need to do a full circle.
You
on
don't
this.
think Jason Tatum's finer than fine?
Okay, you're asking from a guy's perspective.
Well. It looks like we have a reverse LMA Carucci conversation. going on. Now you're on the other side of the mulatto Mariah the Scientist LMA Carucci conversation. He's
How?
just light skinned.
Jason Tatum is not just light skinned. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
He is a good looking man. He's fine.
Okay.
Let me do my full circle.
He
right?
is sexy
Listen.
with a capital XC.
See, my thing is just girls just love any new dude in the league that's
That's not
light-skinned.
true. No, that's not
a fact.
true.
If
'Cause
we
there's-
really
that's
gonna
not-
go down that rabbit hole, it happened. They
Jason Tatum is one of
They
the
loved Jason Tatum. They loved
Jordan Poole
when
is
they
having-
loved Jordan Poole when he won the dunk contest
Jordan
for a little
Poole's
bit.
good looking.
When he won the dunk contest for a little bit, girls were going on about Zach LaVine, Trey Burke. All the light skins, all the new light skins. I saw girls foaming over George Hill when he just got in the league. Any light skinned man in the league, girls would just foam for them.
That's
Trey
not
Young,
true.
though. That's like no.
Well,
Yeah.
Trey Young, let me hold my tongue.
What?
Let me hold my tongue.
Jason Tatum could not play basketball. Just be a regular man on the street, and I would look 3 times.
Yes, but he's also 6'9". That
also
helps.
helps, like-
If
But-
Jason Tatum was 5'7", would you say the same thing?
Okay, but 5'7",
All of his features are still the same.
but 5'7" is kind of
But
crazy.
all of his features are still the same.
He's still handsome in the face though, so
No,
I'd probably be like, yo, he's cute.
But if he was 5'7" with all the same features, like you would still say like he was fine.
I think his face is fine.
That's not
Like
the
I think
question.
he's a good. Yes, I would
Okay,
still
okay.
call him fine.
Okay.
Cause I know the thing is I know short niggas who are fine. There's a lot of guys in the city who are short. I'm like, yo, but he's still a fine ass nigga. He's a nice ass face.
Or would you date him?
No, because she's heightest. Continue your story.
Heightest. That's good. We need a real term for that. Finally.
Oh my god,
Continue your story, sir.
Something that
Mr.
doesn't apply
Carter.
to me, obviously. but-
Mr. Carter.
Yeah. So yeah, there was like a lot of my adolescence where I felt like every day it was like, yo, you look like Jay-Z, where it like almost kind of fucked with me and made me almost believe it. So then we fast forward kind of to today-ish, right? Actually, let's fast forward to today. We posted a video that got taken down, and in the comment section, I think I said something about you picking dudes up, and I said, oh, if a nigga asks you to pick him up or something like that. I think that's what I said in the
Right.
video. And the most liked comment on that video was a girl going, oh, I don't know if dude should be saying that word because he doesn't exactly look correct saying that word. Referring to me saying nigga, right? Because I'm light, I'm biracial or
Right.
whatever. So for me to not, I don't know, maybe there's people that feel like, you know, oh, biracial people shouldn't say nigga or something, you know, people who look black that are biracial shouldn't say nigga, which is a different conversation, but it sounds like she was making the argument that I look like a white man or something like that. For me to not be able to say nigga, that would mean I'm a white man or something.
No, you
right?
just not be black.
Okay, and a lot of people
Anything else.
stand very firm on that biracial, you're not black, so you can't say nigga. Okay, if that's your argument, cool.
I believe biracial is not black, but I feel like you can still say nigga though.
Either way. And one time I remember a family
They're
member.
half black. If you're biracial, that's half black, but you can still be able to say nigga.
Okay.
Half black, I feel like you are, you know.
That
I think there's an exception if like because my cousin he has a black mother but he has a white father. He looks more white than he does black. So he like for all intents and purposes he just does not say it. Versus me who has a black father and a white mother, I still say it not out of habit just because I got the pass for it basically.
Anyways, these aren't even the biracial semantics I'm trying to get into, right? But it just sounds like, okay, if I can't say nigga, then either you have that frame of thought where biracial people shouldn't say it, or you think I look like a white man. And I've had a family member say this before when we were on vacation and I wore a Jay's hat and I wore a light blue button up and I think I had an American flag shirt. I looked very white, you know? And they
American
God.
flag shirt.
I don't know.
What are you, a Confederate?
I know I bought it at the gift shop and stuff. I was running
the
out of
fuck?
Were
clothes.
you driving a F-150 also?
But they said, they were like, yo, I could mistaken you for a white person. Like I could, like that, they said that to me. That was the first time someone ever said that to me. I was like, I'm light and I'm biracial, but I don't think I could be mistaken for
I
a
would
Caucasian
never
man.
mistake you
I
for a
could
white
never.
person.
So that brings us to now, right? And I do a lot of these videos for before they were famous. Some of them get a lot of views, some of them get a lot of comments. And in the comment section, a repeat comment that I get over and over and over again, it's not even like I have to address it now, is people saying that I look like Pete Davidson.
Not even close.
Now, when you hear something like this repetitively, you kind of got to go get, you know, some
Comparison?
feedback, you know? And I remember, like, I was talking to a girl and went on a date with a girl and asked her, and she was like, yeah, you kind of got a resemblance there going. Another girl I was talking to said, yeah, if I close my eyes, you know, there's a slight
If I
resemblance.
close my eyes,
And if I squint, you know, there's a slight resemblance there with you and Pete. And I get that, you know, Pete may have some sort of features that could mistaken him for looking ambiguous or biracial. He's made jokes about that before. I don't know. He's got, you know, lips and shit. His skin is olive and stuff. So I guess
he's pale.
I know there's been jokes about Pete being biracial. I've heard that before. I don't think he looks biracial. I know it's something that's been a narrative before. So I'm just very, very confused.
Who the fuck?
This is what I said. I'm not confused about being biracial by ethnicity or anything like that, but it's very confusing when you grow up and someone says you look like Jay-Z the whole time, and then, you know, that morphs into Pete Davidson, you know?
Who the
Do you understand? Like, that's confusing, right?
Wow.
That's why biracials be confused, though.
I'm not confused.
I'm not
I'm just saying
I'm not
that is a
confused,
confusing
though.
narrative.
I'm not confused.
That's insane.
How-
That's
I don't
kinda-
even have anything to say to that.
How can I
That's-
look like Jay-Z and Pete Davidson? That's not. It's fucked up.
The wildest comparison I've gotten was either Corbin Blue or The Weeknd. Like
When
that's,
your hair was long,
Neither.
I got the Corbin.
I
Blue
know
thing,
that.
but I don't
Like,
think
when my
you
hair
look like
when my
him.
hair was longer, I saw the Corbin Blue. When people call me The Weeknd, I'm like, you're reaching to the most.
The weekend is not even close.
I know that. That's why I said like.
This is wild.
We cannot relate to y'all. This is y'all
To
experience.
y'all.
This is y'all experience.
And I don't even like to do that, like the biracial plight and stuff.
It is
like
the
that.
biracial experience, though. You look like the niggas and the whites. I don't know what to tell
People
you.
think you look like white and black people. That
I've
is
never-
kind of like it. That's weird.
I've never been compared to a white person. Like even growing up, not once. It was
Pete Davidson's kind of crazy.
That's
Pete Davidson. I can't see.
insane.
I think so, too.
fucking Thing that you look like Pete Davidson.
But when it's a repeat comment, girls that are interested in you say that, it's kind of
Davidson.
We need a side by side.
Were they white?
no.
Black girls like little Pete
Yes.
Davidson?
Black
Yes.
girl said that.
Black girls from where?
I don't know if I can say on this.
I don't
Is it?
think-
Is
say.
it? Is it? No.
Black
Okay, you
girls
don't have
from
to say.
Scarborough said.
From Scarborough?
Okay, something's wrong.
Black
There.
Yeah,
girls from
something's wrong.
Scarborough?
Something must be.
A
wrong.
black girl from Scarborough said that. Yeah.
In
An East End shorty said that?
That's wild.
Because East End shorty be around niggas.
Yeah.
Not even like maybe not like a declaration proclaiming like, yes, you are Pete Davidson's twin, but maybe more of like, yeah, I could see the resemblance there. Like, yeah, Shorty from East End told me that.
Yeah. So these are probably the same
What?
people that. Never mind.
That was.
Go ahead. Say people that what?
No, I was just gonna say, like, if it's people that say you look like Pete Davidson, these are probably the same people that think that Remy Ma looks like Beyonce.
Okay.
okay,
Everyone,
okay.
thank you.
And that's
for
what you call a
listening.
callback.
Yeah.
Show business.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Get your sword.
You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul.
I think we
Just
literally
start with the
got
40
through
piece.
everything on my list, which is great. Wish me happy birthday.
I did.
Happy
Talking to
birthday.
The people that
Have fun in
and-
Jamaica.
Your $1,000 birthday gift that I got you.
Have fun in Jamaica.
$1,000.
That's how much oxtail goes for.
Yeah, that's insane.
Did you have fun in Jamaica? Are you gonna
Yeah.
be sad because you're not coming on the girls trip?
No,
He's gonna be salty still.
no,
He's salty.
no.
Yeah, you are.
Guys, what you don't know is me and Clyde will be showing up. We already booked our tickets. So,
Vlog dropping soon.
If you guys booked the
Surprise
tickets,
vlog.
I would fucking cry of laughter. Like I'd be on the airport floor. That would be content because I would be crying if you guys showed up to Jamaica. I would be screaming.
you can't stop us from going there.
I can't stop you.
Nope.
You really can't. I really can't.
You go to the
but I
jerk
would
hut when
laugh
we're there?
so hard if you guys actually came.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to see.
Wait and find out.
Wait and find out. Tune in next episode to see how we crashed Zoe's birthday in Jamaica.
That'd be hilarious. And last mention, this is more for the women, for the overturn of Roe versus Wade that happened while we were off.
Some
Because I know
bullshit.
men can't speak to it. Well, you can speak to it.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Because
That's-
y'all are allies.
bullshit.
But,
Yeah, it's crazy.
you know, it's 2022. I know it's really fucked up time. And, you know, us as women are dealing with some really fucked up shit. And I think that was like the icing on the cake. But keep the fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is just, actually, before we end it, let's talk about this real quick. Because with the overturn of Roe versus Wade, a lot of people are arguing that this is white people's kind of like ammunition because they're scared that white people are going to come the minority. So they're trying to prohibit white women from getting, trigger warning, abortions.
That's like
Because they're scared that white people, because there's been many articles across the United States and Toronto that say by the year like 2020, I don't know, let's say it's 2020, 30, that white people will be the minority and the majority of people will be either minority or mixed race. So a lot of people are thinking that this is a way for white men or white people to protect white people still being the majority because they're scared of being the minority.
That's an extremely like nationalist, white supremacist kind of view, eh? Like
I-
the idea that there's white genocide or that like, you know, white people could be.
But a lot of people
that's what
think,
Nazis were scared of.
for
you
sure.
know?
But a lot of people think that this is their way of trying to make sure that white people remain the majority because white people are scared that they might become the minority in the next 10 years. It makes sense to me. I'm not saying that was, but I'm saying it's 2022 and you're fucking overturning abortion laws.
But even
That's
Yeah,
insane.
keep your mic down.
Yep, just save yourself.
Trey made a
I'm telling
business
you,
decision right
Save
there.
yourself.
I just think,
Save yourself.
it's not. It wasn't like a insensitive thing. It was just like even with the abortion laws, like the way it is with the fucked up situation, what would stop white women from being with other races regardless?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't stop. Like the abortion thing is a bad thing on its own, but for people to be concerned about white women being with other races, it realistically wouldn't stop them from dating or seeing them with any kind of situation.
Or having a baby full term.
exactly.
And you know what I mean? It's a dark time, but I think, as a woman, it's definitely dark. And I think that, it might seem disheartening now. And I hope there's light at the end of the tunnel, but it is a difficult time. Cause you know what I mean? Like, it feels like we're going backwards in a sense, in a lot of different ways. Especially as a black woman, it feels like we're going like way far back. But fuck these men, fuck the government.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Fuck patriarchy. Fuck all that shit. Because like it's crazy that this is a law that literally is telling you what you can and can't do with your body. It's literally insane.
I also got a lot of beef with the term pro-life. People that are against abortion and call themselves pro-life, I
Right.
think is so audacious. That's like being pro-slavery and calling yourself pro-capitalist or something.
Yeah.
Like I hate the people that make it their personality and identity to show up at abortion clinics and hold up signs and stuff.
Yeah, and
Fuck
things
y'all,
like
y'all are-
everyone just needs to mind their
fuck.
fucking business. You know what I
Facts.
mean? When it comes to the LGBTQ community, when it comes to abortion laws, when it comes to interracial marriage, everyone needs to mind their fucking business.
Word.
I don't understand why it needs to be like a governed law that you can't choose what to do with your own body.
Here's a question I thought about the other day, and because the abortion laws are like they have strict rules for it, but there are certain situations where like the woman is on the verge of death because there's something wrong with the baby.
Yes.
Is there cases where the woman has to go to the hospital, otherwise that woman dies carrying the baby? Is that still considered an abortion, or is that considered like an
like
emergency?
grounds for an abortion?
Yeah. Is that still considered the same thing as an abortion?
Probably not.
I mean, you never know. The thing is, you don't know. And
Yeah.
it's fucked up because like
Each state's
who
different.
are you guys to tell women, we can't do this, this is considered abortion. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
fucked. And I think there was a post, I don't know, what the situation was, but there was a post on Instagram where a lady was saying that she's in the same situation where she's pregnant, but the baby is not in a state where that it can survive. So the doctor basically said like the baby's either gonna die inside you or you're gonna give birth to a stillborn. And because the laws have changed, they won't allow her to get an abortion because she initially wanted one because I don't want to go through that. I don't want my child or my growing baby to go through that. So I'd rather just, which I completely understand. Everyone has the right to their fucking choice. So, but for the doctor to be like, oh, well, there's an overturn of Roe versus Wade. We can no longer move forward. She has to carry this baby to whenever it unfortunately will pass or, you know what I mean? Maybe give birth. Like that's
Bullshit.
it's completely
That is-
fucked.
I don't think there
fucked up.
should be a reason for like a woman to want to have an abortion. Like there shouldn't be like, oh, incest or she was sexually
Yeah.
assaulted or something or something like that. Like I feel like if she just wants to do it, that's her decision and
Yeah.
no more questions should be asked. That's how
Yeah.
I feel about it.
Anytime you have a life that's inside a woman's body, you don't have a right to say shit. It's her choice what she does with the baby, regardless
Yeah, and the
of
thing
the
is, like,
situation.
a lot of men, especially men in like these high positions or with these fucking really ignorant like points of view, I don't think they really understand like the process of really fucking like you're literally cooking.
A person.
Like I wasn't high. I thought that my friends like, were you high? I'm like, I wasn't high. I was just like really in like this weird thought. I'm like, yo, like babies are really made from this white liquid and microscopic eggs.
That's
Like
crazy to think
when
about.
you really think about it, like it's really made from this liquid and microscopic eggs that meet, right?
Yeah.
And
And then you
you
think about
literally-
how many like the odds of just being born.
Yes.
Like one in how much, like billion?
I don't,
like,
think, okay, I don't think we have
or
a billion
million?
eggs. Do we have a million eggs?
No, I'm talking about the sperm. Isn't it
Oh,
from the sperm side?
yeah.
It's like one in a something million or
Yeah,
billion.
yeah.
And it's just one. And like you were that one out of the how many million or billion? That's insane.
Yeah.
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 If you came in second place, you wouldn't be here right now.
What boggles my mind is like how women are strong as hell to go through like a pregnancy for 9 months.
That's crazy. That's a
like,
long time.
like,
My
it is a
shoulder was
long-
dislocated for 6 weeks and I was
Like-
sick.
I have shits that hurt. I can only imagine
Oh my
childbirth.
That's what I'm saying. Word, bro. Women
that
are
hurt.
so strong, bro. That's
I just
crazy.
think I really
Facts.
think men need to sit. Sometimes I'm not saying you guys, but like men need to understand, like sit down and understand, yo, what the hell women, even like bleeding from your vagina for like 7 days out of the month. It's like, yo, why? The other day I was like, yo, why the fuck do I have to do this? Like,
That
why
sucks.
do I have to do this?
He said about taxing vaginas, like that kind of is, like in the sense
Like,
that you got to
oh
pay
my
for
God.
those products.
that
and shit.
sucks.
That's
But one thing about my workplace, I went to the office for the first time recently. We just went because we had like a work party, whatever. If you found me on Instagram, you'll see that I posted. We had like a work event, and I loved that the office had like feminine products available. Women take. They had tampons, they had pads, free. Like if you're on your period, you could just take one and use the bathroom. I've never had a workplace that had that before. I went to bathroom, I'm like, oh my god, that's so fucking amazing. And I've worked at a lot of jobs, and I've never had a job just have like a bucket or like a bowl of tampons or like a bowl of pads for women to use.
that's elite.
It
Like,
is.
It's progressive, yeah. Shout out to your company.
Yeah.
Women in products, like, because you can't control any of that shit.
Exactly.
You should not have to pay for like the stuff that you require to
Yeah.
like not being paid
Bodily
for.
function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or literally to not bleed. Expel. Yeah.
Remember there was a time in school where girls like would like in elementary school, like when girls like would start getting their periods, like they would have to beg the teacher just to go to the washroom.
Yeah.
And the teacher would like not even let them go. And like it was worse because I went to like a private school and like girls would wear skirts and sometimes it would be obvious.
Ooh, shit.
And girls like they had to beg the teacher just to let them go.
Yeah.
And I never understood like as a kid, but as you grow up, you look at it, it was like, okay, that's really fucked up.
I really hate that notion when like I think about it now, it is fucked up. We used to ask you to go to the bathroom and they'd say no. Like, are you fucking stupid? I need to go to the fucking bathroom.
I shit my pants in school once because of that.
That's crazy.
Wait, did you really?
In grade 2, I'll never forget it. No, what was her name? I can't remember my teacher's name. I told her, yo, I need to go to the bathroom. And she said no. I'm like, you think I'm joking? Like, I need to use the bathroom. She said no, and I shit my pants in class. And I tried to sit there and like play it off until people started going,
Yeah, that's not something.
No, there's
oh
no.
my God, what is that?
Oh no.
And I think at a point in time, I just ran out the classroom and I had to call my mom to bring me new clothes. And
Was this public school?
no, it was a private school.
Oh, so you had to. Oh no.
I don't understand why you would not let a child go to the bathroom.
It's really some
Like,
prison
was
shit.
that was that worth it? Me shitting in this class, is that worth it to you, Mrs. Sutherland?
You really showed him. Like,
Like, are you bitch? I just shit myself because
And
you
on
don't use
top
the
of that,
fucking
you learned a
bathroom.
lesson though. You shit yourself, but you learned, didn't you?
And on top of that, maybe if I was gonna go cause mischief, like if I was in grade 12 and I always leave for
Yeah.
half an,
Yeah.
I'm like 6 years old, bro. What is wrong with you?
I think that notion of not letting kids use the bathroom is fucked. And I hope teachers are still not doing that. Because like, if I say, yo, I miss use the bathroom, oh, you gotta wait. Wait for fucking what? Especially if, like, if you're a girl in like middle school, like, yo, I'm bleeding. I have to use the bathroom.
There were teachers like it was that motion was so ingrained to me that like when I first went to college, Lily were asking, and the teacher looked at me like, "What the fuck? Just
Yeah,
go.
like,
Yeah,
just go.
You
yeah.
don't need to ask me. Just go."
Yeah.
That is one of
And
the
I would still
bigger
be
differences.
scared to just go in college. Like I'd be scared to just get up and leave the class.
There's a whole
Yeah.
mental process to play.
Yeah.
when-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when teachers like, okay, don't call me Mr. or don't call me Miss, don't call me Mr. Just call me by my first name. And
Yeah.
it's like, don't fucking ask me to go to the washroom. You're adults. Just go.
Yeah.
Like that whole notion had to get like rewired outside my brain.
I agree.
Life is crazy, bro.
But yeah, I mean, listen, if you're a woman, just know you are.
Strong.
You're strong.
God is a woman. I mean, that is that. It has to be. I mean, if God gives life, and hello, it's got to be a woman. Duh. Ariana Grande said so. Anyways, everyone, thank you for listening. Episode 13 of Relentless Diaries. I'm your main host, Zoe. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Hopefully I have some fun stories from Jamaica with you guys doing stuff in the pool. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm kidding.
Yes, we will.
We all
Oh,
will have
sorry.
fun stories.
Apparently we all will have fun stories because the boys are coming too. So we'll see. But yeah, thanks for cracking on with us, y'all. Cracking on. I'm watching too much Love Island. Oh, Jesus.
Pleasure to meet you today, Zoe.
Pleasure to meet you too. Yeah, hopefully you'll be here a little more often. Go outro yourself, bro.
Oh, we have outros.
We never had outros.
We had intros.
You were the
not
last one to
outros.
speak, and then it cuts off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, we're going to do that now. Okay, cut it off then.
Relentless.